I can't talk to you right now.
Is everything more important than your sons?
Oh, no. Stu, call the police. What? Oh, police. Operator. Operator! Please, this is an emergency. I want the police.
No, don't touch it.
I have no choice, Tia.
Didn't the police follow you here?
We're on our own. No one knows we're here. I have to try to defuse it myself.
Yes, I'm sure it was a gunshot.
Why? It could have been a car backfiring.
What? Bergman. B-E-R-G-M-A-N.
Look, if it was a shot, my father could be in danger.
Yes, I'm one of the co-owners of the restaurant. All right, I will, but hurry, will you please? Please hurry.
I want to know where my father went.
Please, no, excuse me. Adair, where have you been? Now, look, I want you out front here. I just had to call the police, see? So I don't want the customers to get alarmed when I talk to them. So if you could keep an... Adair, where are you going?
Travis, T.R. Floyd Kendall. I want to help. Travis? Travis? T.R., can you hear me?
I'm frightened, Kate. I just keep seeing the look in Rusty's eyes before he left. You don't dwell on it. Think about the joyful chaos when he comes back with TR.
It will be joyful, won't it? Look, can I ever show you the pictures that TR drew of the family?
They're so true to life.
Mm-hmm. She really pays attention to detail. Look at the twinkle in Granddad's smile.
Oh, yes, and she certainly knows your smile.
Well, a stranger wouldn't have picked up on that. It's as if she's always been with us. Kate, we're going to adopt her. We've already started proceedings.
I'm not surprised. When you mention TR, I hear the pleasure in your voice.
Do I sound like her mother?
When you adopt TR, you'll only be making legal what is already an emotional truth.
Rusty can't wait to be her father. They really do love each other so much. What? Oh, that was the first picture TR ever drew.
Why did she tear it up?
Well, when Rusty had that sudden trip to the Orient, I don't know. She felt he'd left her. She was hurt. She was angry. She was frightened. Kate, they have to be saved. They have to be. You know what? Rusty's going to teach TR to spell father. And he is going to find her. They're going to be so happy, and the only thing I'm going to be sad about is that I'm not there to see that reunion. Then when we're all together again, she's going to draw a brand new picture of him. And she's going to write his name in big letters right across the top.
Travis, is it okay to talk now?
I've been wanting to hear your voice since you were kidnapped. Just better talk quietly. This is pretty tricky work.
You need to hear yourself think.
That's right.
How do you know what to do?
I've overseen a lot of different projects at TI. So I know a little something about detonators.
When I grow up, I want to be as smart as you.
Well, you're pretty smart already.
No. Being dumb is what got us into this mess in the first place.
That's not true, T.R. You were smart enough to leave your ring for us to find. That's how we knew what happened.
Yeah, I always thought that ring would bring me luck. But it didn't help Sonny at the trial. I was wearing it when I got kidnapped.
Well, if it wasn't a lucky ring, then how did I find you? It's a labyrinth down here, but I found...
I knew you would. And I told that to Warren Carter and his friend.
I hope they didn't hurt you.
Well, they were too busy hurting each other. But you know, Warren wasn't so bad. He even beat up that Ringo guy because of me.
Where's Warren now?
I don't know. But it was Ringo who made all the trouble. He kept saying that he might not pay to get me back.
Why did he say that?
Because he knew I'm not your real daughter. And I'm not even adopted, so he figured you wouldn't care what happened to me.
And he figured wrong.
Don't be angry. Oh, I'm sorry, I've been talking too much and I can't concentrate.
No, I'm not angry. The only thing I'm angry about is that I haven't talked to you enough. There are so many things I haven't had a chance to say. And now I have to worry about wires and connectors. And all I want to do is hold you in my arms and tell you how much I love you.
It's all right. Both kind of got our hands full. Oh, I wish I could hug you. You know how much I love you back.
I do know. I see it in your eyes and I hear it every time you talk to me.
I wasn't sure you could tell. Not really used to showing my feelings. But I'll always know how you and Liza feel about me.
You do?
Yes. That's what I was trying to draw in my pictures. The way Liza's mouth curls up when she's pleased with me. The way your eyes will narrow all of a sudden. Because you can't always keep things from hurting me.
I'm glad you understand that, Tia. Because when people have nothing left in the whole world, loving and being loved still makes it all worth living.
Alana and Turner know how much you love them, too. But they can't tell you now because they don't know how to talk yet. But when they do, you know what they'll say?
What?
Liza is the best mother anyone could ever want. And you're the best father. Travis, teach me how to spell father.
F-A-G-H-E-R.
F-A-T-H-E-R.
Perfect.
My father is perfect.
Stop.
Just give us the story and fast. Oh, all right, Travis came here.
Was he carrying the briefcase with the ransom?
Yes. I turned my back for 1 minute and he was gone.
Gone? What do you mean gone? Where is he?
I don't know. You see, there was an envelope left on the bar. It was addressed to Travis. One of my waitresses found it, gave it to him, and he disappeared.
Stu, you reported a gunshot.
Yes, I think it came from below.
Well, that makes sense. Carter knows this place like the back of his hand.
Look, what makes you think this was a gunshot?
Because I heard it, and so did Lloyd Kendall.
Kendall? What was Kendall doing here?
Well, he was trying to help.
Oh, I don't believe this. Everybody's a cop. Where's Kendall now?
He's trying to find them.
Oh, this is great. Now we have 3 lives at stake.
Stu, look, you're going to have to empty the restaurant. We think they have a bomb.
A bomb?
All right, look, don't panic the customers. Just go table to table, nice and easy. Ask people to leave.
Well, how am I going to
Do it, please. All right. Kendall, the kids, and tell. We'll have to cordon off this whole area. There may be more shooting, and if that bomb blows, come on.
Adair, you in there? Adair.
Go away.
I come in peace. Could I have some wine for my camel? She doesn't drink much. You want to take a ride? She has 2 humps.
One for you and one for your brother?
The brother isn't with me. It's just me and the camel.
I don't see any camel.
Must have been a mirage. That's the problem with the desert. Never can trust what you see. What happened, Adair? I tried to find you everywhere. I started to think you had been a mirage. Called your house, talked to your mother.
What did you tell her?
She thought you were at school.
And you told her I wasn't.
No, I didn't want to worry her. I went to your roommate. She didn't want to tell me anything. I insisted. So she finally showed me a letter from you. At least I knew you were all right. Why, Adair? We were so close.
I told you. I don't feel that way anymore.
I accepted that. Even though I didn't understand it, I honored your wishes. And then you dropped out of school, vanished into thin air.
I wasn't making it. My grades were falling, and I couldn't face it.
I would have helped you.
I didn't want to see you.
Did I do something to hurt you?
No. Alec. You never hurt me. Don't ever think that.
Well, then why didn't you want to see me?
Because it's over. There was no point.
I'll be in Henderson for a while. Do you think we could be friends? I don't want to embarrass you. I promise never to bring my camel to your house.
Is your brother in Henderson, too?
No. Chase is in Bedford right now. So how about it? Buddy, hamburger and ice cream soda friends?
Well, I don't know if it would be such a good idea.
Well, you don't even have to like me. I can live on scorn.
What about your camel?
2's company, 3's a crowd.
Hamburgers and scorn, huh?
Friends?
You can't leave.
Turner starts to pull on the crib bars, I always know that he wants his mama to play with.
Oh, is that right? How long has that been going on?
Well, ever since you brought that Indonesian doll into the nursery, remember? You stuck its little head in through the crib bars and made it say hello to Turner. That's his favorite game now.
Oh, is that right? Is that right? That's your favorite game? Is that your favorite game? Mwah. Your daddy brought you that toy, didn't he? Little leaguer. Your daddy brought you that beautiful toy from the Orient.
Yes, he did. Oh, goodness.
Oh,
Look at you. Your daddy loves you so much. Did you know that? Yeah. Did I ever tell you? Did I ever tell you your daddy brought you into the world? There we were, speeding down the mountainside in a car without any brakes, and we crashed. Yes, we did. And you decided to come early. Oh, my goodness. I was scared. But your daddy wasn't. He said, oh, no. This baby is special. He said, you're special. You only want your mommy and your daddy in attendance for your birth. That's what he said. Then when I heard your first cry, saw the look on your daddy's face. Well, I said, God's in his heaven. All's right with the world. Then you know what we did? We went up in a helicopter ride all the way to the hospital. Yes. Now, isn't this something, Rusty's son? Already spreading his wings. But no matter, because as far as those wings take him, they'll always bring him home. Yes, I know that, just like his daddy. Your daddy's gonna come home.
Travis? TR?
a bit Liza's worried because we aren't back yet.
Waiting's the hardest thing of all.
Oh, but she'll be so happy when we get home. Oh, Travis, let's ring the bell so she has to come to the door.
T.R., it's Lloyd Kendall. Can you hear me?
Yes! We're in here, Lloyd!
You all right?
You know what you're doing with that thing?
I'll be fine. Just free TR and get her out of here fast.
Where are the keys?
Ringo had it in his pocket.
It's just outside the door. Dead.
Travis, please let Mr. Kendall help you with the bomb.
Mr. Kendall's going to take you out of here. I'll be as long as just as soon as I'm through.
No, I won't leave you.
Hurry, Lloyd. Get her out of here fast.
Travis, you've got to come with us.
I will, TR, I promise. But I can't take my finger off the detonator. The bomb will explode.
Please, Mr. Kendall, help my father.
That's right, TR. I am your father. So listen to me. Because I love you with all my heart.
I love you, too.
Then go with Lloyd, please.
No. You didn't teach me how to spell daughter yet.
No, just as soon as I get out.
No, Travis, I'm afraid. You've got to teach me now.
Just take her out of here, Lloyd.
No, I won't leave you.
Damn it, Lloyd, get her out of here. This bomb could blow up the boat.
No, Travis, I love you. I won't go.
Good luck.
No, Travis, no.
I'll send help down as soon as I get her out.
Daughter. D-A-U-G-H-T.
Don't look at me like that. You make it so difficult.
I'm sorry. I forgot. No love. Just scorn. Doesn't smile in the face of scorn. Such a great smile, though. And that smile of yours lights up all the dark places in my heart.
I don't believe in dark places.
Why? They're all around us. We're even in one right now. Adair. From darkness comes light. I'll always love you.
This just might do it.
We do have all night. And the night's just begun.
Tonight, shake, rattle, and roll to today's biggest hits with today's hottest dancers. It's a fast-breaking half-hour special that'll make you jump. Then on Family Ties, can the Keatons help a divorced couple settle a custody battle, or will they wind up with a battle of their own? Then Cheers gets cleaned out in a dirty poker game, and Night Court is back in session. Later on Hill Street Blues, will Bobby go down for the count when he takes on the champ? Be there.
babies can sense when something's wrong. My little darlings were fussy all night long, weren't you, sweetie?
Well, they'll probably nap while I walk them. The combination of the fresh air and the whir of the wheels usually does the trick.
Where are you going to take them?
I'm headed for the park.
Oh,
You're going to the park?
looks like rain. I don't think it's a good idea to go out.
Oh, don't worry about a thing. I'll find a port if it storms.
All right, my sweetheart. I'll see you later, okay? You know Mommy loves you. Mwah. Mwah. Okay? Yes, you be good for a day.
Yes. Well, you'll have your great-grandpa to answer to, and I'll give you the old 1, 2. 1, 2.
That'll keep them in line. I better be going.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good time. I love you. I love you. Turner and Alon haven't been themselves all day. You think they know their daddy's gone?
Well, honey, I'm sure they know they have a strong and loving mother.
I need you today. I dread the next few hours.
I know, honey. It's gonna be rough, but we'll make it. Well, the car should be here soon. Is TR ready?
Granddad, she refuses to go. She just can't accept Rusty's death.
Hi.
Hi.
What you got there? Yeah, Travis Santel was a very handsome man.
I had two fathers. And one was handsome, one was ugly. But they're both dead. Oh, it stinks. Life really stinks. You know that?
I know that, honey. You know, it doesn't matter who you are or what you do. There are no guarantees in this world. I know that makes you angry, but it makes me angry, too. It isn't easy to accept the death of someone you love. I can remember when Marge passed away.
Who's Marge?
My wife. You would have liked her. You know, the thing that kept me going was remembering her love for people. People always used to, well, they still do say nice things about her. And there's a lot of comfort in that.
But she's gone forever. Nothing can make up for that.
Oh, honey, the kind of love Marge had for people, for me, it doesn't end with death. It goes on as long as you're willing to remember.
All I can remember is where those filthy men set up Travis. And I remember that Mr. Kendall was supposed to help. But then he just left Travis. Oh, boy, do I remember that.
Honey, you know, if Marge were here, she'd tell you straight out. Anger is a waste of energy. She'd tell you to use that energy to remember the good times.
Travis and I weren't together long enough.
I know, sweetie. There's never enough time when you really love someone. I know. Listen, I had this fixed for you. Travis would have wanted you to wear it. If you just remember that he gave you this because he loved you very much, you'll have something very precious to hold on to for the rest of your life.
This just arrived from the cleaners. Shall I put it away?
No, Jim.
There will be songs to sing and joy to bring, and children dancing with laughter. There will be you and I. There will be days gone by. And if you close your eyes and touch my hand, then I'll be standing there with you. So never go away. Never say goodbye. Someday the tears will dry, then you and I can face tomorrow. Just hold me and tell me that love never dies. There will be sweeter days and happy times again. There will be sweeter days. There will be better times. There will be warm Julys and summer skies and moments lasting forever. And we'll be young again, and we will dream again. And I will call your name and see a smile, and my heart will caress you. So never go away. Never say goodbye. Someday the tears will dry, then you and I can face tomorrow. Just hold me and tell me that love never dies. There will be sweeter days and happy times again. There will be sweeter days and happy times again.
Honey? Ready to go?
Is this okay? Travis always liked me in blue. You look lovely.
I'll see Jimmy about the car.
That was a nice day when Travis came home.
We had a lot of nice days.
Any port in a storm, as they say. Actually, this place isn't so bad. Look at all the goodies to munch on. Could I have some popcorn, please?
Kids that age can't eat popcorn. Not enough teeth.
It's not for them, silly. It's for me.
Well, looks like your choppers can handle it.
Thanks. They're pretty happy with their toys.
You look too young to have kids.
Oh, they're not mine.
Well, you could have fooled me. They're as cute as you are. Are they twins?
No, the little girl's a foster child.
Can you beat that? So much alike and not twins. My wife has a twin sister. You ever know twins?
Yes.
Well, some twins are like two peas in a pod. Some are double trouble. Others are different as night and day. Take my wife's sister, for example. Oh, I wish you would. I hate that lady.
Oh, no, why?
She's always the opposite. If you say the sun is shining, she says it's going to rain. A regular doctor, no. My wife's the opposite. She always says yes.
Always?
Well, maybe not always, but just when it counts.
Oh, I forgot to pay you. How much do I owe you for the popcorn?
On a rainy day like this, your smile is payment enough.
Liza, why are there flowers? A tribute to the deceased? I'm a remembrance to the living, you know. The flowers were gay and vivid, but the seeds from those flowers will bring new blooms next year. There will be other springs. Life does go on. I don't know what to say when people offer condolence. How can they know how bad we feel? Darling, they all share memories of Travis. They're grieving, too. What do I say to them? Say thank you. And if you feel like it, share one of your memories with them about Travis. I can't tell them something. They're too private. Those are the things we hold in our hearts.
If there's anything I can ever do, you can count.
Thank you, Lord.
Same goes for you, too. I know how much Travis meant to you when you were 10. I'm very sorry about so long.
Step forward, please. We are gathered here for a last goodbye to a dear friend, to a devoted father, and to a beloved husband. At a time like this, we can draw comfort from our faith. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Amen. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me to waters where I may rest. He gives refreshment to my soul. He takes me along paths that are straight for his name's sake. Though I walk in the valley of death, I fear no evil, because you are with me. Eternal rest be granted unto him, O Lord. And let the perpetual light shine upon him. May Travis Santel rest in peace. May his soul and all the souls of the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, rest in peace. Amen. If any of you would like to speak for a few moments, please step forward.
I'm going to miss you, Travis. There's a lot I could say about how important you were to me, but the things I'll remember most are your courage and your generosity. You were like a son to me. I'll never forget you. None of us will. You graced our lives.
You are everywhere I turn, and you fill every place and every moment of every day I live.
Your children are blessed to have had you as their father. And as they grow, they will know of your love for them. Promise.
Martha? Can I please say something? When Travis came to save me, he told me that even when people seem to have nothing left in their life, loving and being loved seem to make it all worthwhile. I didn't know I'd never see you again. I told him I loved him. And at the end, I just hope he remembers. And I hope that he saw Liza's face when he said goodbye. Then I know he'll be smiling forever.
Excuse me.
Huh?
Could I get a couple of those balloons?
Which ones would you like?
Let's see, how about a pink one and a blue one? Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Pardon me, miss? I am the Johnny Appleseed of balloon growers. And I have grown these especially for your little ones. No strings attached, except for these, of course.
If this Johnny Appleseed is bothering you, I could give him a karate chop right on his Adam's apple.
That won't be necessary. Johnny here's an old friend. He may be a little nutty, but he's harmless.
Well, if you say so.
These balloons, my small friends, are a present from me to you. Now, I've come a long way to give them to you, so I hope you'll let me stay.
Well, we're surprised that you knew enough to get in out of the rain.
Oh, I'm sorry, miss. I never talk to beautiful women, only small children. You see, they don't talk back. You see, pretty soon, I'm going to have to go out in the rain and get all wet.
Well, why are you going to have to go back out in the rain to get all wet if you're all wet already?
Because, dear children, Alec is all alone. There's this person, her name is Adair, who doesn't want to see him anymore. She's just a foolish woman who won't see the error of her ways. Now, maybe you can tell her that she's making a big mistake.
Elan, tell Alec that he's dripping all over you.
Elan. So that's your name. Well, you can tell your red-headed friend that I'd walk through a hurricane, even through a tornado, if it would melt her icy cold heart.
Tell this young man to go dry up. I mean, off.
Well, thank you, Elan. And what's your name, young man?
Turner?
Turner. Would you do me a favor and ask the young lady if her offer extends to a film engagement tomorrow afternoon?
Tell him yes.
I need a moment. Wait a minute. I will love you always. Wait for me. I'm one moment behind you in eternity. Rest in peace, my sweet darling. You have my heart forever.
just think I'm dumb.
You know I don't.
Well, maybe you think you're the better journalist.
We are equals, Sonny. We're a team.
Well, then why did you put on that stupid act about not caring about...
All the noise we made?
I'm going to go up and ask her if she wants some breakfast.
Good idea.
Just a minute, Cagney. Take this tray up to her.
Okay.
She's still asleep. She can have her breakfast when she wakes up.
Got enough food on that tray to feed a Olympic weightlifter.
Poor child needs her strength. Indeed, she does.
Good nutrition is just as important as her physical therapy. Take that, put it on the night table. If she's still asleep, she can have it when she wakes up.
Okay. Gonna take her till lunchtime to finish what's on this. Justine!
Who are they looking for?
What do you mean, honey?
You said as soon as they find anything. Who are they and what are they looking for?
The caterer.
Yeah, caterer.
The caterer?
Right.
Yeah, you see, Liza wanted the caterer to plan a birthday party for Turner, but his office couldn't locate him.
Are you telling me the truth?
We wanted to keep it a secret.
Why didn't Liza tell me about this?
Well, because, honey, listen, we were going to rent a clown. Would you like to audition for the job?
Well, Liza must have known that I'd want to be a part of any plans for Turner's birthday.
Oh, I'm sure it just slipped her mind, that's all.
Yeah, well, I'm going to ask her about it when she calls.
Rusty, where are we? Dear God. The plane.
Justine, no!
Oh, my God, what's happened?
Justine, are you all right?
I always wanted to be Peter Pan.
Are you okay?
Sure, a little uncomfortable, maybe.
I thought I was imagining things when I saw you up there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
How did you get there?
I crawled.
How did you do that?
Well, I was
I was getting dressed, and I thought I felt some sensation in my legs, so I figured, go for it.
Why didn't you call me?
I wanted to test it out on my own. I mean, who knows? Maybe I was making it all up. They say paralyzed people sometimes feel things. But when I managed to roll out of bed, it had to be for real. I mean, it was real. I could crawl. I got all the way up to the top of the stairs. And then I said to myself, Justine, you can do this. You could do this. You could get up and walk.
We were right there. Why didn't you call us? We could have helped you.
Yeah, I wanted to surprise you. I thought you'd be all so proud of me if I could walk.
We're all proud of you now. You've come such a long way in such a short time.
For a moment, it felt like all I had to do was get back on my feet and I could walk again. I was so sure. And I put my hands on the banister and I pulled myself up. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was really standing.
That's when I saw you.
I wanted to walk towards you, Cagney. I wanted you to be the first one to see me take a step. But I couldn't do it. Legs gave out. I fell.
But it must have felt terrific to make it to the stairs and to stand for a second.
It's progress. Yeah, it's definitely not Peter Pan. I'm back to being hauled around like a baby.
Not for long. If you felt something in your legs, that means the paralysis is leaving.
But you can't try anything like that again. Not by yourself.
Right now, I don't feel anything in my legs, so I won't be stepping out much.
I'm calling Dr. Blacker.
No, Kate, don't do that. I'm fine. Really, I'm fine.
Now, how do you know? If you can't feel anything in your legs, you could have broken something.
Look, they look fine, don't they? They just don't work like they're supposed to.
Don't you realize you could have killed yourself?
You can't get rid of me that easily.
I'm serious. I want you to promise me you won't try anything like that again, or I'm not going to let you out of my sight.
I don't know if we can take your word about anything, young lady. You are entirely too impulsive.
That's putting it mildly.
Dr. Blacker says he'll stop by later this afternoon. He's really pleased about the movement in her legs.
I'm convinced now I made it up.
He says you're not to try and stand on your own again. Next time, you make sure somebody's with you.
I can imagine what he thinks of us. 3 people in this house, and his patient falls down the stairs.
No one can blame you. I did it to myself.
It must be very difficult being cooped up in the house all day.
I go stir crazy if I have to stay in bed for one day. Justine hasn't been out except to go to the hospital for therapy.
Well, we're going to have to change that.
Well, she can come to class with me. Hogan wouldn't mind if you audited, and then we can go to the cafeteria for lunch.
And maybe we can all go on a picnic or spend a rainy day in the museum.
Or we can go to the movies. Your wheelchair can fit in the aisle.
Oh.
Cagney can take us to the drive-in.
Cagney is angry with me.
That's right, I am.
I said I'm sorry.
You don't seem to understand what could happen here.
I wasn't thinking, okay?
That's the thing. You don't think. You do the first thing that comes into your head.
You're gonna be late for work.
I'm not going anywhere until you promise me you're not going to try a stunt like that again.
I wanted to do something for you. For all of you.
All you did was scare the wits out of us.
Cagney, aren't you being a little
She's got to realize that she can't just do whatever she wants.
I guess I did act like a kid.
You didn't think. You can't just go with whatever impulse grabs you. You're in a wheelchair.
I can live with being in a wheelchair for the rest of my life, Cagney, but I cannot live with you being angry at me.
Look, nobody knows how impulsive behavior can be dangerous as much as I do. I need you to tell me, to promise me that you won't, that you'll act responsibly.
I need you. Period.
I want you to do something for me.
Anything you say.
Say, I, Justine Calvert.
I, Justine Calvert.
Promise I will not try to walk.
Promise I will not try to walk.
Unless Cagney's at my side.
Unless Cagney's at my side.
Claude! Claude! Help me! Somebody help me! I'm going to die. I survived a plane crash. And I die anyway. Rusty. Why did you leave me?
there will be sweeter days. There will be better times. There will be songs to sing and joy to bring, and children dancing with laughter. There will be you and I. There will be days gone by. And if you close your eyes and touch my hand, then I'll be standing there with you. So never go away. Never say goodbye. Someday the tears will dry. Then you and I can face tomorrow. Just hold me and tell me that love never dies. There will be sweeter days and happy times again. There will be sweeter days. There will be better times. There will be warm Julys and summer skies and moments lasting forever. And we'll be young again, and we will dream again. And I will call your name and see a smile, and my heart will caress you. So never go away. Never say goodbye. Someday the tears will dry, then you and I can face tomorrow. Just hold me and tell me that love never dies. There will be sweeter days and happy times again. There will be sweeter days and happy times again.
I can't go on. I don't want to go on without you.
The Ozarks cover 3 states.
Plane could have gone down anywhere.
Well, with all those forests, it could take a search party days to cover those mountains.
We can't keep TR in the dark forever.
No, it's not 10:30 yet. The phone can still ring.
Wouldn't it be wonderful to hear Liza's voice?
You will hear Liza's voice. Count on it.
I need you.
I've been trying to tell you that for months now.
No, you never look at the dark side of things. I never would have made it through the night without you.
You know, I didn't tell you, but I felt that you were pretty terrific to have around after Adair was mugged. For me, and for my mother. It's nice to know how much you care about my family.
They've become very special to me.
And I think that Liza's pretty lucky to have you for a friend, too.
Oh, no, I'm the lucky one. Centelles are just about the only family I have in Henderson.
No, you're wrong. You got me.
Yes, I do.
Honey, I really don't know who Liza invited to the party.
Well, she must have left the list around here somewhere. I really want to discuss it with her when she calls.
Maybe she took the list with her.
You know, I think Jimmy can use your help with the babies, honey.
Yeah, well, I'll go back in a few minutes.
You know, Turner looked very unhappy when you left.
Stu, I want to wait until I hear from Liza.
Why don't you go over and see Adair? She could probably use some company.
Yeah, I bet she'd love to see you.
Well, she's going to be around all day, isn't she?
Probably.
Well, great. Then I can go visit her later after I talk to Liza.
Listen, I have a great idea.
What?
Well, the kids have been cooped up in the house all day because of the rain, and It's starting to clear up now, so why don't we take him to the park?
Oh, that is a good idea. I'll
Huh?
come too.
Hey, you include the zoo on that itinerary, and you've got yourself another tooth carriage pusher.
Don't you guys have to go to work?
Well, no, I have the morning off until I teach my class this afternoon.
And I don't have to be in until after lunch.
I thought you newspaper reporters were always trying to meet a deadline.
Oh, great. It's almost 10:30.
TR, if we go out, maybe we could do a little shopping. What do you think Turner would like for his birthday?
The same thing Alana and I want.
And what's that, honey?
To know that our mother is on her way home.
That's the other thing I miss about the old Alec. The 2-minute shower.
I am putting conditioner on my hair.
Whoa! Should I take that as an indication that you're going to invite Adair to the party?
Definitely.
Great! Save some of that Glock for me, will you? I don't want to be outclassed by my brother.
Never happened.
No, don't kid yourself. You're a pretty tough act to follow when you get behind the piano.
I'm only playing for Adair these days.
That is your problem. I'll catch you later, okay? I'm going to go down to Biggs and try and con him out of a keg of beer. Hey, Danny, it's Chase. How you doing? How are you? Hey, look, have you had any luck getting a job for the summer? Yeah, same here. I'm going to put off that suit and tie world as long as I can, you know? Hey, look, why don't you come over and join us for a blast tonight, huh? The good old days in the frat house? Well, you're number one on my list. Get Matt to come along, too. He's perfect for what I have in mind. Look, I'll meet you at Bernardi's Pizza Parlor. I got a favor to ask, and it's going to take 2 guys to do it. Take it easy.
Cagney will drive us downtown and we can hit store after store. I mean, they're all having sales.
I could use some new sweaters.
These pants would look great on you.
Hold it right there.
Mom, you can join us for lunch.
You are not going anywhere.
You said yourself Justine needs to get out.
Well, she's waited this long. She can wait one more day.
Justine says she feels fine.
A fall down a flight of stairs is a very great shock to your system. I want her to spend the morning in bed.
And until Dr. Blacker says she can get out.
Actually, I am sort of tired.
I guess I was being a bit hasty.
The old Peter Pan act took more out of me than I realized.
Carry her upstairs, Cagney, and try to get some sleep.
And you're going to stay upstairs, too, right?
I promised, didn't I?
Let's go.
I can't give up. I have to get home. I have to get home.
Who was on that plane? Cord Turner. Are you absolutely certain?
Of course.
Did they find anything?
Nothing yet.
I want to have another look at this map.
What was the wind direction when the plane went down?
South-southeast. They're the trackings from the local tower. Now, we checked against national weather. Now, according to
Survivors
the
would have
velocity...
drifted into this sector here, if there were any survivors.
Yeah, this is the area of probability. Now, we've concentrated our manpower within these grids.
They don't call Arkansas the Pine Tree State for nothing. The vegetation's so thick you could make 3 passes and still not see an intact fuselage.
State and local police are coordinating land rescue efforts within these grids.
Night's coming in. We're going to have to call the search soon.
Yeah, well, we'll start it up again at 0700.
Yes, sir.
Why was Cord on that plane?
We were en route to St. Louis on business. What is your connection with Cord Turner?
He's my brother.
Cagney, my hero, home from the wars to check on Adair and to rescue me from a fate worse than death.
What fate could be worse than death?
Being cooped up in my room all day.
Your chair, milady.
No,
What do you mean, no?
I need a change of scenery. Put me on the couch.
Wish is my command. There.
I like the view from here. The sight of you makes me happy. I have another wish.
Yeah?
I'm dying of thirst. Could you get me something cold to drink?
Soda, lemonade, or what?
Iced tea?
Sure, I think Mom's got some in the fridge. Justine, you want some lemon in that?
Yeah.
What about sugar?
Make it 2 and mix it real well.
All right.
Hello, come home.
Justine, how did you get down here?
Cagney came home for lunch. He wanted to check on Adair. She's doing fine, and he's in the kitchen making...
Keys. How on earth did they get here?
They'll find Cord.
I certainly hope so. He seems to be the only one who's capable of fulfilling Travis's dream for that prototype plane.
Yep. Well, maybe if we can find the mystery to TR's past, Liza can have a little peace of mind.
We never thought it was going to be easy, did we?
Nope.
That story's got more twists and turns than one of your romance novels.
Well, real life is like that.
If we could just find that retired funeral director who buried Julia Hawkins, we'd be in business.
Yes, little Vincent Toy with no phone number in Rice Lake.
Maybe he moved somewhere else.
Maybe he died.
Maybe he doesn't have a phone.
Phone. Now, how do you get in touch with somebody who doesn't have a phone?
You could leave a message with his neighbors, if you knew who they were.
Or with a local business where he could pick up messages.
What about a general store or something like that?
You are so bright. General store, every little village and hamlet has one. Okay. Oh, what was the area code for Rice? Oh, I know what it was. Yes, in Rice Lake. I don't have a specific name, but I'm looking for a general store or something. Yeah, fine. I'll take that number.
Thanks, Orville. Come back soon, you hear? You could be my best customer if you'd ever paid for every one of those cups.
Well, I don't charge you for my company, Gert.
General store.
Oh, you better keep it down. TR's in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Hello. I'm calling long distance from Henderson. My name is Hogan McCleary. I'm trying to locate one of the residents of Rice Lake.
Well, this is Rice Lake. What's the feller's name? Toy?
You ever heard of him?
Heard of him? I'm looking right at him.
Is it the IRS?
Oh, some guy named Henderson.
Oh, hello.
Vincent Toy?
Well, for more years than I can remember. And you?
The name's McCleary.
Are you sure it's me you want?
Yeah, Bob Young from Montrose gave me your name.
Well, what do you want from me?
Well, how about a little information?
About what?
Julia Hawkins.
Hawkins?
Yeah, I'm a friend of the family.
Any friend of that family is no friend of mine.
He hung up on me when I mentioned the name Julia Hawkins.
He must know something.
You know, I think we better get to Rice Lake before he disappears on
I
us.
think that's a wonderful
Hey,
idea.
look at Kendall Clay.
Hi, TR. So we'll talk to you later.
We've got to get to work. We'll see you later.
Bye. Well, guess we're just gonna have to play by ourselves. See all the pretty colors and patterns? Do you miss Mommy as much as I do? Well, don't worry. 'Cause she's going to be home real soon. And guess what? Next week, we're going to have a big birthday party for you. You're going to be 1 year old. See? That's the one. That's how old you're going to be. And there's going to be a big cake. And maybe a clown. And you'll play games. And you're going to have so much fun with all your friends. Such a wonderful thing, having a birthday.
All right. Blow out your candles now. Blow out your candles. Good. Good. All right, sweetheart. Happy birthday. Would you like to help Daddy cut the first piece? Wow. It is.
That's funny. Jake didn't have a tattoo.
If they would have had teeth, they would have bit you.
How did they get here?
Must have dropped them.
No, I'm certain I didn't. I grabbed my purse. I rushed out to morning mass. I never opened it, not till I got back to the door. I didn't want to ring the bell and wake everyone up.
Then it must have happened last night.
No, my keys were in my purse.
Hey, Mom.
Look what I found.
Oh, great.
They were right there the whole time.
I searched every corner of this room. How could I have missed them?
Maybe you need glasses.
Oh, I have the eyes of an eagle.
A hawk.
Yeah, there's the trouble, Kate. You're the wrong kind of bird.
Well, it beats me. I've been all over this room.
Maybe old St. Anthony helped you out.
Well, I did say a prayer.
The mystery of the missing keys is solved. Want some iced tea?
No, not right now.
This is turning into a lovely day. You found your keys. I have company for lunch.
No, I'm sorry. You're going to have to eat alone.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I got a very special mission this afternoon.
What's that?
It's a secret.
He loved to torture me. Did he also pull the legs out of spiders when he was a kid?
No, but he collected crickets and jelly jars. He took one to bed with him once, a jar. I found it under his pillow when I tucked him in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mom took it away from me, put it on the windowsill outside. Next morning, frozen crickets.
Poor baby. Poor crickets.
Oh, Cagney cried his little eyes out, said I was the meanest mama in the world. He carried that jar around with him all morning, hugging it close, and then guess what?
Crickets thawed out and came back to life.
Cagney the miracle worker.
Not all the time. I can't be in two places at the same time. In fact, right now, I'm off to see Susie and Jonah. Goodbye, ladies.
And the governor intertwined. Entertained the fiend. Fiends?
Hey, you know, you've been on that homework for hours. You know, all work and no play makes Joe a dull girl. Why don't you take a break?
Because this dull girl will be thrown out of class if she doesn't finish her homework.
Oh, would never happen. You are the type that complains all the way to an A.
I can't even read my own writing. What does that look like to you?
Hieroglyphics.
I know. Go on.
The governor entered the find?
Entertained. Governor entertained. Ha, the friends.
Oh, well.
Can't you see? That says friends.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should get one of those tape recorders the other kids use.
Well, it would be more accurate.
Gonna get one before the next class.
I am very proud of you going back to school. You're a real inspiration.
Well, it remains to be seen.
Well, no, you really are. I mean, you've given me the courage to pursue my own interests.
How's that going? Any ideas?
Well, nothing specific. I do know that I'd like to find work I could do at home so I could be near Jonah. I feel like these first years, they're too precious to miss.
You bet they are.
I wish I could sew or do art or crafts or write. And all those years of dance training, they're of no use now.
Well, Joan, it'd be a mighty appreciative audience.
Oh, I couldn't even consider dancing professionally or even teaching. And besides, the arts are total commitment. And, well, Jonah is my main commitment now.
Honey, you've done lots of things.
Well, my work at the runaway shelter was rewarding, but that would take me away from him, too. I mean, the first crisis, and I would forget the clock altogether, and that's not for me. Oh, do I sound like I'm just going around in circles?
No, you sound like you're weighing the alternatives. But I have great faith in you. You'll come up with something that is just right for you.
Cord Turner is your brother? You can understand my concern. Of course I do.
The Civil Air Patrol will be sending in more planes at First Light.
National Weather's on the line.
Excuse me.
Why was Cord on that plane?
He was there to help me. I didn't realize he'd gotten back in touch with your branch of the family. He read about Travis's death. He came to pay his respects.
Mother Nature's giving us a break. Looks like there's a high-pressure system heading our way.
Why did Cord stay? I asked him to stay. I've been trying to carry on Travis's work. I needed his help. That's why we were on our way to St. Louis.
This is all news to me. The last time I talked with Cord, he didn't say anything about working with you.
Well, Victoria, I don't think he planned to. I think it was because of Travis.
I would have thought he'd contacted me.
Well, the way you fly around, it's possibly tried and just couldn't catch up with you.
Stack those over here.
Sections 3 and 7 are down for the night.
Okay.
Now, wait a minute. You can't give up. Cord may not make it through the night. I'm going up.
No way.
I have to find him.
Just think straight. There's no reason to believe you'll be able to see anything out there.
You're very fond of Cagney.
He's 1 in a million. He is so considerate. And so... Well, he's the only guy I know who would nurse crickets and crippled girls back to health.
Cagney's marriage doesn't mean that you have to leave here. Our home is yours for as long as you need it.
I always wanted to be part of a family like this. I will miss that wonderful Boy Scout.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, so will I.
Hi.
It's a private conversation, or can anybody?
Oh, come on in.
I was just bending Kate's ear. She's a good listener.
I know.
Have you two eaten? Justine would love some company.
Yes, we did eat, and we're in a big hurry. I gotta get upstairs and pack.
There's a story we have to cover out of town. Hey, if you're going upstairs, could I hitch a ride?
Hey, I always give a ride to a pretty lady. Come on.
Yeah.
How's that? Okay?
There's some iced tea. Would you like a glass or some lemonade?
Oh, no, thank you. I don't think I've seen this one before.
Oh, it's always there.
It's Hogan, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. He was about 6 months when that was taken.
What was Hogan like when he was a little boy?
Oh, inquisitive, stubborn, had quite a temper if he thought someone was taking advantage.
Some things never change, do they?
They just grow more so.
Well, maybe that's why he's such a terrific reporter. And a wonderful person.
I rather like him myself. If you'll excuse me, I want to prepare a tray for Adair.
Sure. I wonder what your baby would look like.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, nobody. Okay, McCleary, let's
Come on, let's go.
hit the road.
Let's go. Rice Lake, you come.
Here we go.
Oh, I love it! Did you make it?
Yeah, but I should have painted it.
No, it's perfect, just the way it is.
Good, because I can't paint.
Oh, Jonah will love this.
I'll put it in his crib, and it'll be the first thing he sees when he wakes up and the last thing he sees before he goes to sleep.
Mm-hmm. You know, you're the first thing I want to see when I wake up, and the last thing before I fall asleep. I really don't have much time, but there's something that I really have to tell you.
Oops, sounds serious.
It is. I've been thinking a lot about what you said before. And no matter what career you want or what you want to do with your life, I'm ready to support you 100%.
Oh, Cagney.
No, there's more. There's more. Having a job and being my wife aren't mutually exclusive. I mean, you can have a job and still be my wife. Or maybe your husband. But what I'm trying to say is, let's get married right away. The sooner the better, and I'm not going to take no for an answer.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I've thought about it a lot, too. And, well, whatever I want to be your wife. The sooner the better.
Great. 3 days is all we need.
3 days?
Yeah, that would you just get the license, the blood test.
Oh, no, I need more time than that.
I thought you didn't need all that fancy dresses and all that.
No. I mean, I'm not concerned about that. But, you know, there are certain traditions that I would like to keep, and I want to start our life out properly. I don't want everything to be perfect.
Okay. 2 weeks. 3 weeks. All right, a month.
September.
September?
Mm-hmm. Look, I need time. I mean, I have to order invitations.
But that's so long to wait.
A month.
Longer than that. Okay, I don't want to haggle about this. September it is. What day?
What do you think?
Or do you have a calendar?
Yeah. September.
Pick a day. Any day.
Oh, no, I can't do it just like that.
Close your eyes, point your finger. Go ahead and choose.
Okay. September the 10th.
September the 10th it is, Mrs. McCleary.
Where's the little one?
I put him down to nap.
Oh, he's lucky. At least he can sleep. I'm a nervous wreck waiting for the phone to ring.
Yeah. Well, at least we know Liza's okay.
Sure.
And I really think they're going to find Cord, too.
Oh, of course they will. Well, I better go see what Jimmy's up to.
Stu?
Yeah?
Do you ever remember things that happened a long time ago?
Oh, sure. That's one of the funny things about getting older. You remember a lot of the past.
I must be getting older.
Everybody is. Why do you say that?
Well, I've been thinking a lot lately about things that happened a long time ago. Just remembering things.
Like what?
Well, before, when I was playing with Turner, I remembered a birthday party.
Oh. Well, that's a nice thing to remember. How old were you?
There were 3 candles on the cake.
Is that right?
And I had on a pretty dress. And there was a clown. And presents and lots of kids.
Well, that shouldn't make you feel sad.
I don't know how they could afford it. My parents never had much money.
Oh? Well, maybe it wasn't your birthday party. Maybe you saw it in a movie.
I don't know.
Well, maybe you ought to mention this to Liza when she comes home, huh? She might know what it all means.
This waiting is such a waste of valuable time. What else can we do? I could go up and look for Cord. He could be out on a mountaintop dying.
Victoria, what kind of chance would you have? It's dark out. The fog is rolling in.
Fog or no fog, I'm going up. There could be a campfire. I could still be able to see it.
Then I'm going to go with you.
No, you're not. You just get my way.
Victoria, he's up there because of me.
I don't have time to argue with you.
Then don't. I'm going with you.
Next on Days of Our Lives, Melissa waits in a secret rendezvous for Pete, but there's no sign of him. Then on Another World, is Mark getting serious about Alice? Coming next Monday, the spectacular daytime drama Santa Barbara. Hot, steamy, breathtaking. The story of 4 flamboyant families in a lush California beach community. Dame Judith Anderson joins a brilliant cast as she stars in her first TV series.
Joint's really jumping tonight, huh?
It's been like a morgue after the dinner hour since your brother quit. People like live music.
Yeah, I miss him, too.
Yeah. Maybe you could coax him back. Huh. Big would probably give him a raise.
Alec wouldn't listen to me for $1 million.
Get you something?
No. No, nothing. Thanks. I'm waiting for somebody. Is Adair going to be in tonight?
Oh, she's in the kitchen. Oh, there's a little lady. Next trip, bring out some pretzels.
There's something I've got to do first. In fact, I should have done it a long time ago. How dare you show your face in here?
Oh, Turner. You should be asleep. Do you know that? Oh, it's okay, though. Sometimes big people can't sleep either. Let's try this. Don't cry. No. I wish you could talk. Tell me what you're thinking. Ego. Yeah. Do you have private thoughts, too? Sometimes mine are so confusing. That's what keeps me awake. I try to sort them all out, but I can't. All I have to do is close my eyes, and I see things. I don't understand. Is that what woke you up tonight? A dream? Maybe they're not supposed to make sense. Well, if that's what woke you up, you've got nothing to worry about. Are you asleep yet? How could you be with all my blabbing? Oh, go to sleep, Turner. You got nothing to be scared about.
Come on, Victoria. Come on, we've been through worse than this.
Oh.
Atta girl, atta girl.
What?
Just take it easy, take it easy.
What happened?
I don't know.
Fire?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Those people.
Let's just take care of you first, all right?
I'm all right. Everything's intact. You?
I'm fine. Now just lie still for a minute.
Who's the doctor here?
God, you're obstinate. You okay?
It's bad, Hogan. Get my bag.
sorry.
Well, ready to interview our beleaguered president of the Board of Ed.
Certainly hope so.
Here are the statistics on teachers' salary increases of the last 10 years.
Thank you, Patty, and thank you for pitching in this week.
Say yes to a week, and you've already got me working on special projects.
You mind?
No, not tonight. But I don't want to make a habit of letting business cut into my private time with Hogan.
As a token of my gratitude, I will treat you and Hogan to the best midnight supper this town has to offer.
Oh, well, that's very sweet of you, but we'll have to take a rain check. He's out of town on assignment.
Well, when's he getting back?
Tomorrow morning. He's taking the overnight train from New York.
Must be some story for him to rush off like that.
He's got an exclusive interview with President Eli of Zimbabwe.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
That's a journalistic coup.
Yeah, it is. But Wiggins is my coup. How did you manage to get him to go public on the eve of the teacher's strike?
Well, I just pointed out to him that we could very well have the president of the union in his stead.
But you've got the union president scheduled for the morning news.
My duty. Equal time.
Stephanie, you're too much.
Mr. Wiggins is almost ready.
Okay.
Good.
Thanks,
Good
Red.
luck.
I'll see you later. Thanks.
Right.
Well, if it's not one anchor chair you're filling, it's another.
Beg your pardon?
Pros like you make it hard for newcomers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My future in television. You see, Mom won't give me an audition. She said I have a lot to learn. And she told me to learn from the best, and Hogan says you're the best, so here I am.
Well, I think Hogan may be just a little bit biased.
Yeah, well, in any case, I'm going to sit in on the broadcast.
Wendy, one of the first things you'll learn is that no one, except the news people and the camera crew, are allowed in the studio during a taping. Everyone else vacates the premises.
But if I watch a monitor, I won't see what goes on behind the scenes. Or is that how you keep out the competition?
Hogan's quite a teacher. And your mother may own this TV station, but it's going to be a long time before you're ready to take over for me.
Sweetheart, what are you doing here?
Wendy would like to watch the interview from the floor.
Both of us will watch it from the control room.
Come on, we'll be at home watching it on television.
Another wonderful idea. Come on.
Don't, excuse me here. I don't understand.
Mr. Wiggins, hi. I'm Sonny Adams. Please sit down.
I have to get back to the arbitration table. Listen, will this take long?
Oh, no. I'll be very direct in my questions, and if you can be brief in your answers, we'll keep this interview nice and tight.
Okay, we're ready to tape.
Okay. You okay?
Stand by, please. In 5, 4, 3.
We are fortunate to have as our guest today Harold Wiggins, president of the Henderson Board of Education. Mr. Wiggins, is Henderson going to have its first teacher strike?
It's possible.
They'll have that graphic on teacher's salary in the GIF. Okay, fine, thank you. Come on, dear. Here's the door, Wendy. What's the rush? Wendy, keep your voice down.
The only reason I came down here was because you told me to watch the
I know what I told you, and I'm very glad that you want to watch Sonny. However, this is a very difficult interview, and we're racing against the clock.
Mom, I can't do that much damage from the sideline. Wait. Come on, give me a break.
We will discuss this in my office later.
Has been going down
Terrific.
for the past 3 years. Now, how does this reconcile with Ford's statements about unfair demands?
Well, the fact is that the city has been losing revenues in that same time period.
The flight of industry to the suburbs?
I'm sorry.
Won't a citywide shutdown of our schools cost the taxpayers more money in the long run?
Yes, it will. But not simply money. Time lost from the classroom, hard feelings on both sides.
You got it, America. New Sure Roll-On keeps you drier than ever.
Raise your hand. You got it. Raise your hand. You know it. You feel confident, secure.
If you don't want the sticky feeling of most roll-ons, if you want to feel dry, raise your hand. If you don't want wet, if you want to feel dry, drier than ever, raise your hand.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand. If you're sure.
Feel drier than ever with new Sure Roll-On.
Which oil makes the best tasting salad dressing? Only Crisco oil.
You can blend a better tasting dressing.
Crisco oil blends better. Other oils separate quickly, but Crisco oil stays blended longer.
Tastes a lot of flavor.
So salads aren't too oily or vinegary.
Munch, munch, munch.
With Crisco oil, you get tastier, livelier salads with delicious flavor in every bite.
Blend a better dressing, toss a better salad, taste a lot of flavor.
Your salads will taste better with Crisco oil.
Munch, munch, munch.
Patty.
Didn't hear ya.
I know.
My dress.
Just watched it.
If only it smelled, you know.
April fresh?
If only you hadn't changed from Downy to that other liquid softener.
Only Downy gets clothes April fresh. Nothing softens better, and static cling almost disappears.
Mom, this feels so, you know, soft. Yeah. And smells so, you know.
Fresh. More than fresh. April fresh.
I know.
Downy, regular and new triple concentrated.
If you use antacids that don't seem to work well enough for you, or fast enough for you, maybe they're not strong enough for you. But today, there's double-strength Mylanta 2, the antacid that concentrates nearly twice the medication for nearly twice the acid-neutralizing power of any leading brand. So when you need an antacid, try one that's strong enough for you. Double-strength Mylanta 2, concentrated with nearly twice the antacid medicine from the makers of Mylanta.
Is the Board of Ed willing to...
I don't have a problem. I can't control it.
Absolutely not. You stand pat at a 3% increase.
Now, Henderson,
Keep yelling at
Look, you're picking up your voices in the audio booth.
ask their members to walk over this issue.
I hope not. We're still in the process of negotiation.
But the Excuse me, Mr. Wiggins. What is going on here?
All right, stop tape.
Sonny, I'm really very sorry.
We would like to wrap this up. Mr. Wiggins does not need an audience.
Time is money, Wendy. I will not have any more of these.
It was an accident. It could have happened to anyone.
Not in my studio. Wendy. It's going beautifully. The voice is so clear and authoritative. Second time out is going to be a piece of cake. Okay? Rick.
All right, places, please. And stand by. In 5, 4, 3.
We are fortunate to have as our guest today Harold Wiggins, President of the Board of Education. Mr. Wiggins, will Henderson have its first teacher strike?
It's a possibility. The contract ran out last September. Of course, negotiate.
You've got some case of gall.
I realize why you don't want to talk to me.
Well, if you finally got the message, why did you come here?
We've got to straighten something out.
You know, I don't care one bit what you have to say.
I know that I've been wrong.
Do you now?
I've had an axe to grind for a long time. I know that, and I'm sorry.
It's too late for your phony apology.
That's what Alex said. It's never supposed to be too late to say you're sorry.
You almost ruined my friendship with Alec. And I'm not going to let you jeopardize my job. I've got to get back to work.
Don't listen.
I haven't been listening to a word you've been saying.
I'm finally leveling, and the lady won't believe me.
Maybe because I've been burned once too many times. I'm not fool enough to fall for your tricks. Not after what happened at the party.
It was wrong. I'm sorry. I don't know what I can do to convince you that I'm telling the truth.
Absolutely nothing.
I want us to be friends.
Friends. Well, there's an old term. You used it to con Alec to inviting me to the party. You called it a friendship party. Well, you weren't exactly friendly when you set me up with those two creeps. Or when you accused me of leading Alec on and of being a tease.
I thought you were.
Well, I don't care what you think about me. I'm not going to be snaked by your tricks anymore. And I hope Alec isn't either. He's the finest, most decent human being I've ever met. You're supposed to care about him, but you don't.
That's not
You only care about yourself.
That's not true.
So take your line and your tricks and get lost. I don't care if I ever see your face again.
Oh, Sally, what happened?
Oh, strained my back.
I know what'll help. Doan's pills.
Good advice. Doan's pills for simple muscular backache pain due to overexertion, stress, or strain. Doan's pills contain magnesium salicylate, a painkiller found in no other leading analgesic, for relief of minor muscular backache pain for hours.
Just dropped by to see how your back feels.
Good enough to fold sheets. Thanks to taking Doan's pills.
Doan's pills. Use only as directed.
The AIDS plan taught me how to take off weight and help keep it off.
AIDS may taste like a candy, but AIDS contains one of the most effective appetite suppressants you can buy. And there's no stimulant in AIDS that could make you nervous. The AIDS plan can teach you how to take off weight and help keep it off.
If you really want to, you can break the cigarette habit. And Bantron can help. Bantron smoking deterrent tablets. The more you want to stop smoking, the more Bantron will help you break the habit. Bantron tablets.
If you're one of 10 million Americans, like me,
Like me.
Like me.
with a bladder control problem, comfortable, discreet, Depend undergarments give you effective protection from wetness because of a fluid-locking material that absorbs fast, locks fluids in, won't let go.
It works. It works.
Depend really works.
Disposable Depend undergarments for discreet, effective protection.
The police in hot pursuit. High-speed chases create high risks for innocent bystanders. Should the brakes be applied to the police? Tonight on NBC Nightly News.
Stop crying. No, let's try one more time. Just give another try. Yeah, look. Look, here's your little friend. Yeah, and you see that big smile on his face? It says he loves you very much. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at my birthday, beautiful birthday girl. Look at you. Oh, you're growing up so fast. How does it feel to be 3 years old? It does. Are you all set for your birthday? Here, let me set this up so I can tie your ribbon. Make your dress look real pretty. You're gonna have a great big cake and some candles. You're gonna make a wish when you blow out your candles? Gonna tell Daddy what your wish is? No, well, that's good. Private wish. Mommy couldn't come. She loves you very much. She's not feeling very well, so she sent a present to tell you how much she loves you. So shut your eyes. Go ahead. Shut your eyes. Keep them shut now. Now you can look. Look at that. And you know what this, it's got a great big pretend smile down here.
I know I could ask for all this because...
You did? This big smile says Mommy loves you very much. Daddy has a present for you, too. It's a ring. There you go. It's an opal. It's a little big for you right now, but I think when you grow up and you get a little bit bigger, you can wear it on your pinky. How's that? It's your birthstone. Because on the day that you were born, you made Daddy the happiest man in the world. I love you. Daddy loves you very much. Daddy loves you very much.
Need a menu?
Oh, no. A burger, rare, and a nice tea. Thanks.
Can I sit with you for a minute?
Oh, no. You are the last person I want to see tonight.
I'm the last person anyone wants to see tonight.
No, thank you. I've had it tonight. Last thing I need is a confrontation.
How about an apology? I've got to right at least one wrong in my life.
Oh, really? Which particular wrong would that be? There have been so many.
I gave you a hard time at your apartment.
No kidding.
I'm sorry for what I said, and I'm very sorry for what I did.
Could this be Chase Kendall actually sinking down to the level of a sensitive human? Boy, you must have really had a hard day. What happened? Your engineer quit on you?
Oh, I really screwed that project up royally, along with just about everything else in my life.
Oh, don't worry, you're not alone.
You had a bad day, too?
The Pitts. Or some pear. Oh, no. Say, I don't want to be alone.
Well, neither do I, but I'm telling you, I'm not going to be very good company tonight.
That's all right. Last thing I need is fake cheer.
What is a nice girl like you doing out at this hour, anyway?
Oh, I went over to the studio to watch a taping. Humongous mistake.
No?
Yeah. You want a bite?
No.
Why are you here?
I miss Alec. He came to commune with his ghost.
He's all right, isn't he?
No permanent physical injuries.
Good, I'm glad. When I heard about the accident, it's a real bummer. I mean, I know how I would feel if it were my brother.
I didn't know you had one.
Yeah, Brian. He's an agent for the government.
Oh.
Yeah, ever since he left Henderson, I've had no one to talk to. No one who really listened. You know what I mean?
Sure do.
Here, take it. You must be hungry.
First I eat you out of house and home. Now I'm gonna eat your supper at Biggs.
I tell you the truth, I ordered it so I could sit here a while. I'm not hungry.
All right, look, I'll make a deal with you. I'll eat if you'll eat. Come on, you need your nourishment.
Nice to have someone to talk to.
Same here.
You know, if I had someone to talk to, I bet you I wouldn't have such a hard time sorting out my feelings. I want more out of life. I just don't know how to get it.
Well, what are you looking for?
I don't know. Purpose, a goal, some kind of goal worth aiming toward.
Oh, I hear you. I've tried proving myself a dozen ways with no success.
Why should you have to prove yourself? Why should anyone have to go around in life proving anything?
If there's one thing I've learned, you can't lead someone else's life for them.
Boy, are we on the same wavelength. You're okay when you're like this.
So are you.
Roommate idea wasn't a terrific one.
Too much pressure.
Who would believe the two of us sitting here together talking, having a normal conversation? Like friends.
How about that?
Where's that guy with the towels? I need more bandages.
Just sit down right over here.
I'll have a doctor for you.
Oh, give me a shirt, anything. It's too big. I lost your touch.
You got any more of those? Please don't ask me to go back out there. It's a mess. Is help coming? I've been in wrecks before, but never nothing like this. Take it easy. Just sit down. Now, what happened? Does anybody know? Porter said we derailed. Here. What happened? Is help on the way?
Mister, it's a miracle we're still here. The train went off the tracks up ahead somewhere. That's all I can tell you. Emergency people are on the way. Thank God for you two.
So, Victoria, I'm going to go and check the cars ahead.
Oh, not without me. Let's finish here first. Give me a hand. Grab that blanket.
There we are. On the side?
Yeah.
You haven't lost your touch either.
One taste of new sugar-free Jell-O gelatin, and you're gonna...
Give in to the taste. Cool and refreshing, deliciously tempting. It's a sugar-free? How can it be? Give in to the taste.
New sugar-free Jell-O gelatin is sweetened with natural-tasting NutraSweet, and it has just 8 calories.
New sugar-free Jell-O gelatin. Give in to the taste.
My Sam's a lot better than an alarm clock. Softer, too. He makes sure I'm never late for work, and I make sure he's never late for breakfast. There's no chance of that because he loves his Calcan cat food. And now there's new tender turkey dinner and country chicken dinner with all the vitamins, minerals, and protein to give my Sam all the nutrition he needs for every day of his life. And you need a lot of nutrition, don't you, Sam?
Calcan. So nutritious, it's like getting a multivitamin in every can.
Reports of toxic effects reached the State Environmental Agency, and the Henderson Board of Health was ordered to send water samples from the contaminated wells. City Health Commissioner Dawes assured area residents that the results would be made public. In the meantime, residents of the Millhaven section are advised to use bottled water for drinking. I've just been handed a special bulletin. The overnight train from New York en route to Henderson was derailed. The derailment occurred 3 hours out of Henderson. According to eyewitness reports, there are many casualties.
You'll be all right. They've got ambulances up ahead.
Not enough to go around.
You did a fine job. Can you take over here while we see what we can do up ahead?
Yes. Now, just stay put. Someone will be here for you. You ready?
I'm glad you're here, Hogan.
This is one time when a guy doesn't mind being followed. It's a joke.
I'm glad you told me. Let's go.
Wait! You can't go up there.
There are people in there.
The thing's ready to go any minute.
What are you talking about?
The car's hanging over the trestle. One shift and down it falls into the gorge below.
Then there's no time to wait. Terrible. Terrible.
In
the
here.
Baby. That sweet girl.
What baby?
A baby. Are they all right?
Susie?
What is it?
Susie and Joan are in that car.
Tonight, see the bloops and bleeps by Burt Reynolds, Donna Dixon, Terry Garr, Tim Conway, Cher, and more on TV Bloopers. Then, what does the evil Diana have in store for Donovan and the entire human race? Experience the dramatic conclusion of the original. Tonight.
NBC, let's all be there.
Took the plastic off to make sure there are no wrinkles.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I can't wait to see you wear it. Gonna drink your coffee?
Oh, I'm not the one who needs it.
What does that mean?
They say caffeine works wonders. I'm sure that Kate McCleary's brewing another pot. Cagney had a little too much wine at Stephanie's dinner party last night, and I got embarrassed and we had a fight.
Sorry.
I didn't even kiss him goodnight. Wanted to, but sometimes I'm stubborn.
Did you call him and tell him so?
That's all I've thought about.
Don't just stand there. Do it.
Hello? Kate. Hi, this is Susie. Is Cagney up yet? I'd like to talk to him.
He's not here, Susie. When I passed his room, it was empty.
Oh, maybe he went for a walk. Would you have him call me when he gets in?
Certainly.
Thank you. I'll see you at the church, Kate. Bye-bye.
He went out?
Yeah. If I know Cagney McCleary, he is filling our honeymoon cabin with freshly picked wildflowers.
I, Justine, take thee, Cagney James McCleary, to be my lawful wedded husband, to love, honor and obey, in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer. Jimmy? Jimmy?
Remember how I said you like the Lady Liberty?
Arms open, welcoming the world.
That's it. Well, what I want to know is how you feel about your huddled masses.
Look, I already have you and Chase walking in the stable. Just how huddled is this mass?
Found it this morning.
Oh, sweetheart. It's so little.
Yeah, must have been a run of the litter. That's why the mother rejected it.
Oh, it doesn't seem fair.
I know. I hate to make snap judgments. If we gave a little help, this wimp could turn out to be a tiger.
Well, how about a saucer of milk and some raw hamburger?
Sounds great. Now, what do we feed him?
It's too early for your practical jokes.
Okay, from now on, I'm nothing but practical. How about a lift to T.I.?
No, thank you. I'm not going in right away. I have a family wedding to attend.
Oh, parting is such sweet sorrow.
Excuse me?
Beg your pardon?
Oh.
Think I can take him to work with me?
Absolutely not. However, there is something you could take. If you would give this to Dr. McHugh.
Dr. McHugh.
Yeah. The chemical lab. He's expecting it. Put it in his hands as soon as you get there.
Okay. Well, you take Tiger's Wimpus, and I'm out the door. But you got to name him, though.
Wimpus, my foot. You're a Rex if I ever saw one.
Oh, don't tell me you're looking for Lady Liberty. Drop anchor, climb aboard.
Martin.
It's good to see you.
I'm so glad you're here.
You're looking beautiful as ever. Glad to see you haven't lost that sweet smile.
It comes and goes.
I understand.
I keep busy, though.
Yeah, it seems like you got your hands full there.
Oh, yes. Well, life is full of surprises. Like your visit, for instance. To give us a chance to catch up. That is, if Granddad doesn't monopolize all your time. Let me tell him. Granddad! Yeah? Martin's here.
Oh, Frank.
Granddad's been living with us ever since the riverboat.
Well, sounds like you got a full house.
Well, a full house is a lucky deal. I have 2 more people in the guest house I'd like you to meet.
Oh, who's that?
Your cousins. Cord Turner, Victoria Windsor.
Well, now, that should make for a very interesting proposition.
What are you talking about?
Well, if I move in there with him, we'll have all the black sheep in the family under the same roof at the same time.
Martin.
As I recall, the general disliked their branch of the family almost as much as he disapproved of me.
Well, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. How was your trip?
Oh, terribly uneventful. I was the only person in first class. I couldn't even get up a card game. Imagine the boredom.
Yes, well, you won't be bored here, right?
It's a rambunctious little thing, isn't it?
So's your nephew. Hi, Martin.
Oh, it's good to see you.
See you,
Turner, look what I've got. Yes, darling. I think we're going off to the kitchen now and get him some breakfast. I'll be right back. Oh, you're going to like Jimmy.
Well, say hello to your nephew.
Oh, that's all right, Stu. He looks quite comfortable where he is.
Oh, no, he won't mind. Here, go ahead, take him. There we go.
Well?
Now, I hope you remember this nice man, Turner, because you were named after him. Well, go on, say something to him.
Hi there. I'm your uncle. Martin Francois Marie St. Claude Turner, but you can just call me Uncle Martin.
By the way, you know, Liza read me some of your letters, Martin. It sounds like you're having a very happy life in the Caribbean.
Well, I was very fortunate, Stu. I met the owner of one of the casinos down there. I told him some of my ideas. He liked them. He tried them. They were successful and offered me a partnership.
Well, did you hear that? I hope you were impressed with your uncle.
Yes, well, I haven't dropped you yet.
Would you like me to take him?
Please.
Come
I'm a gambling man, but there's no point in pushing my luck.
Mwah.
Dr. McHugh, you there? Hey-ho. The owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea-green boat. It took some money.
Are you crazy?
Well, you don't like nursery rhymes?
I don't like any kind of child's play. So you take your match game and you get out of here. Don't you realize there are chemicals in there that are combustible?
All right, just calm down. I haven't been able to strike a match since I quit smoking 2 years ago. Just something I do to pass the time.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think chewing gum's more dangerous. Gives you cavities, wrecks your fillings, you know.
Are you supposed to deliver that to somebody?
Yeah, Mr. Sintel gave it to me to give it to Dr. McHugh.
Well, then I'll take it because he's meeting me here in a few minutes.
Oh, that's okay. I thought I'd give it to him personally myself. Thanks, anyway. Speaking of which, here's a good doctor now.
Well, what's the verdict? How much time before the condemned man has to walk the last mile?
I really don't know.
Dad's watch on the blink?
No.
Well, what's it say?
7:45.
Right on the nose. It's too bad they can't make people as dependable as that old watch.
I gave this to your father on our wedding day.
To every time there is a purpose under heaven, this day the most exalted.
He made me promise it would go to the first McCleary to marry. We thought that would be you, our firstborn.
Well, I'm sure that Cagney will treasure this watch. I remember when he asked Dad what it was, and Dad said, "Oh, that's my steadfast heart. Every McCleary has one."
I hope so.
Including Kate McCleary. I'm sure that you wouldn't part with this watch unless you had something equally special set aside for Adair and me.
How did you get so clever?
Well, you hang around smart people and it rubs off.
I'm a pretty smart cook. How come that didn't rub off?
Well, I don't have any patience for cooking. Besides, I like to eat the ingredients whenever possible.
Do you like pancake batter?
Batter? No, I think I'll pass, thanks.
In that case, go tell Adair and Justine that breakfast will be ready very
Will
soon.
do.
Cagney.
Morning, Mrs. McCleary. Congratulations on the big day.
Oh, thank you, Colin.
That corsage is guaranteed to rival the bridal bouquet.
Oh. Well, I'm sure it does. Susie picked out the flowers herself.
Well, give my best to Cagney.
I will.
Bye-bye.
Adair will be down in a minute, but I'm afraid we're going to have to start without Justine.
Oh, isn't she feeling well?
I don't know. According to Adair, she hasn't been here all night.
Susie, what are you doing here?
You know, they gave me the worst cup of coffee on that plane. Didn't have any flavor at all.
This will please you. It's your private blend from New Orleans.
Ah, chicory.
Mm-hmm.
Makes all the difference, doesn't it?
Rusty used to say that. Martin, when I sent you that telegram, it was difficult. I wanted to call you, but...
I know, Liza. I was wrestling with the same problem.
When he died, I just felt so alone. When your letters started to come, made me realize somebody understood what I'd lost.
Well, Travis was an exceptional person. That's why the general asked me to look out for me. Funny, isn't it? A boy looking after a man. General was right, I guess, though. And then he died. I went and got pneumonia. Couldn't even come to his funeral.
I was worried about you. I've never even known you to have a cold.
Well, I wasn't myself when it happened. All I knew was that Travis was dead and I had to be alone. So I found a deserted stretch of beach and just sat there until dark in the pouring rain.
Do you remember the letter you sent me describing Rusty as a little boy? It was special. I saved it for Turner. I wish I'd known him when he was younger. I'd have more to hold on to now.
Well, I think Turner's going to be a lot like Travis. From what Stu tells me, he's not afraid of anything.
He loves to explore.
Yeah, well, when Travis was a boy, he didn't know what the word obstacle meant. Anything got in his way, he just crawled around it.
Turner goes over it.
You see, like father, like son.
I hope so. Nothing ever held Rusty back.
How about you?
Gaining confidence every day.
Oh, I think you're doing better than that, Liza. Takes a lot of courage to take control of a company as powerful and complicated as Turner Instruments. I could never do it.
Oh, yes, you could if you wanted it. But, Martin, there's just so much to learn. I'm still not sure if I'm up to it.
Oh, now, Liza, you're a very talented woman. I've seen you tackle challenges before.
We're not talking about challenges. We're talking about Rusty's dreams. If I don't succeed, those dreams don't succeed.
Well, then, why don't you ask a gambled man what the odds are you're succeeding at achieving your goal?
What are my odds?
Enough for me to get behind you 100%?
Rusty always gave me reassurance like that.
He always believed in the people he loved.
Yes, he did, and that's why my work at TI is so critical. Martin, he designed a plane and a fuel system that will change the course of aviation. And for that prototype to become a reality, I have to win.
Liza, this family always did best when the stakes were high.
I'm glad you're home.
I hope the results are favorable. According to Colonel Bluebird, Mrs. Centel was anxious for you to get that report at once.
Yes, it's wonderful. Brilliant discovery. But no wonder. Travis Centel was no ordinary man.
I'm sure his wife would agree with you.
She's given her approval. Now the whole world can know.
Now, frankly, I don't see this as a very unusual formula. The chemicals are everyday substances.
That's the genius of it. It was Travis's proportions and his methods that make this Fusilier unique.
Perhaps.
No perhaps about it. A simple demonstration will convince the most hardened skeptic. Liatactate, 2 cc's.
That's what it says.
Misotosulfate, 1 cc.
That's right.
Tridimylate, 1 cc. And then the final ingredient.
Tulinil permaxine, also 1 cc.
When I add this, we'll have a formula that will revolutionize aviation. I'm not just talking about cheaper fuel. This will advance space travel as well. It looks so simple. It's probably why it's eluded us for so long. Would you mind getting the glasses? Doctor? How would you like to turn the ignition key? There you have it. Spontaneous combustion. After all those years of calculating and recalculating, it's hard to believe that so much work could be reduced to child's play.
Child's play.
Of course, sir. Those of us who have worked with this formula, it's anything but child's play.
Yes. The dangers would support that conclusion.
You'll be happy to know that in Cagney's honor, I entered your kitchen, donned this red apron, and beat the pancake batter to death. 100 strokes virtually guarantees a pancake with no lumps. And I figured that Cagney will probably acquire a few lumps after he and Susie get married, so we might as well start him with an edge, right? Come on, Mom. That was a joke.
I'm sorry, Hogan. I was thinking about something else.
Did you give Cagney the watch?
No, not yet.
Well, you better go up there and wake him up, or he'll sleep right through his wedding. Oh, come on, you're not losing a son, just a watch. It is the watch, isn't it?
What are you talking about?
Your mood. I've never seen you so quiet. Brings back memories of Dad, doesn't it? I should have realized that it might upset you on a day like this.
You children grew up so fast. It's hard not to take stock, to go back over decisions. Were they right? Were they wrong? When your father and I were young parents, we were full of ideas on how to raise our children, and what seemed most important to us was your independence. We wanted to be sure that you had the freedom to think for yourselves, and we knew that that couldn't be done unless we stood back. And it was hard sometimes. Sometimes I'd see one of you about to make a mistake, and I wanted to get right in there and stop you. 2 words from your father, and I was dead in my tracks.
What did he say?
Hands off.
Well, it worked, too. You never interfered, and you never withdrew. That's always allowed us to keep on trying.
Trying or floundering. I wanted to give this to Cagney early this morning, but he was not in his room.
Well, maybe he got prenuptial jitters and went out for a walk.
Well, the morning paper was still outside. If he's the first one up, he always brings it in.
Could have been delivered late.
If he slept here last night, why was his bed made?
It's a McCleary rule. We all know that.
And Justine?
Don't jump to conclusions.
They are together, and I know it. Justine has been focused on Cagney since the moment she woke up and saw him beside her bed.
I will admit she has been rather dependent on him.
It is more than that.
So what if they are together? Why do you want to think the worst?
Because I know that girl. No. Not here. Not here.
Why did you have to come?
Why? Why?
Susie?
How could you?
Susie?
By interconnecting the activating mechanism, it is possible to match varying effective camber with optimum slot openings. Following this? The goal is to maintain relatively high lift over a range of flight speeds. Well, I guess that makes sense. Do you think so?
I always knew you were more than just a pretty face.
Well, I'd give anything for a degree in aeronautical engineering at this point.
No, you're doing just fine. Travis would be proud.
Poor Turner. You should be listening to Mother Goose at this point. Right, darling? Instead of wing specks, say wing specks.
It's too soon, I know. I'm just trying to bone up before the prototype demonstration.
Well, it's good for the boy. Get him ready to take over TI one day.
This doesn't make sense.
I'm afraid that's all Greek to me to begin with.
Oh, this is strange. The dimension of the wingspan's been changed.
Oh, never seen you move so fast.
Well, when I get a chance to see a new bird, I can move like lightning.
But you mean the prototype demonstration?
Yeah, once I get the fuel gauge checked on that Spitfire, I'm all caught up.
Now, I hate to tell you this, but I got a whole sheet here of maintenance follow-ups that need immediate attention.
Well, can't one of the other mechanics take care of it?
No, I'd rather have you do this personally. I mean, you're the best man we got, right?
For some reason you don't want me at that demonstration, Mr. T?
Of course not. No, I have no objection to what you do on your time off. But you owe T.I. 8 hours work for 8 hours pay.
Well, mister, I'm no gold bricker.
I didn't say that. But the prototype demonstration is for VIPs and the press. And as far as I know, you're neither one or the other.
I just discovered something great. They're called Always Maxi Pads. And the amazing thing about them is they actually help me feel drier. Now, that's something I never expected a pad to do. Here's how they work. Every Always pad is covered with this special material they call dry weave. No other pad has it. So with Always, wetness passes through the dry weave and virtually all of it stays trapped inside the pad, away from me. That means I feel drier than I ever expected I could.
New Always. Maxi pads, thin maxis, minis, and panty liners. A drier kind of protection than you ever expected from a pad.
Between you and me, I'm surprised someone didn't think of it sooner.
I could sit here all night. On second thought, I think I'll help Jane with the dishes. They're too greasy to do alone.
No, not with Dawn. Dawn works hard to take grease out of your way.
Even gloppy spare rib grease?
Dawn pulls it right off. Helps keep it off. See?
You forgot this glass.
Thanks.
You're not going to wash that after all those greasy dishes.
Oh, I just did.
Oh, it looks as clean as the others. Not greasy.
Neither are my hands.
With Dawn, who's afraid of grease. I'm going out. Then again, I just might hit the hay.
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
Hey, are you going somewhere?
Sure looks like it.
You want to fill me in?
The Virgin Islands. I decided to take Dad up on his offer to crew the boat.
Is this the Kendall version of joining the French Foreign Legion?
Where do you think I'm running away?
Well, I don't know. You can take it however you want. I thought we had a television show to produce.
I never gave you a definite yes.
I thought this was something you really wanted.
It was. I'm not sure now. I just want some time to sort it out, you know?
In the meantime, what am I supposed to do about a host?
No, you said you wouldn't pressure me.
All right, all right, all right. I don't want to be told down the road that I forced you to do something that you don't really want to do.
Good.
The Virgin Islands, huh? Great name. Maybe I'll go along.
What happened about the show? I thought you said you were going to go through with it no matter what I decided to do.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. You know me. All work and no play.
That I got to see to believe. By the way, what'd you do with my beige sweater?
It's probably still in my room. I haven't seen it since I moved out.
I have been looking for this shirt all summer.
Ah, you found it.
Yep.
So, you're going to send me a postcard to bring me back a souvenir?
Sure, what do you want?
I want something about 5'6", about 120 pounds.
Some things never change.
Yeah. Now, I think it's time for a little brotherly advice on behavior in the tropics.
I know what you're going to say.
All right, all right. I'll skip the platitudes on avoiding the water and avoiding the fresh fruit and avoiding people who promise to give you a good time, big boy. Just have a good time.
You too. Don't work too hard.
Yeah. Just hope Stephanie doesn't start cracking that whip.
I cannot wait to stretch out on the deck and not think about Henderson's Knights of the Turntable or anything else.
remember? I could have sworn that was 75 meters.
Well, looks like a 95 to me.
It is now.
I suppose that makes a difference.
You bet it does.
Well, I'm afraid the only numbers that I'm good at are betting odds.
95 is way too big.
Maybe it's typo.
No, this is the only copy. That was 75 meters.
Well, who drew up the specifications?
Cord, he computed all the figures.
Why don't you ask him?
Well, I'm gonna have to. I just hate to seem so confused.
Oh, now, there's nothing wrong with asking questions, especially when you're the boss.
Yeah, I know, Martin. This is so much for me to learn.
You're not expected to know everything, as long as you're surrounded by people that do.
Well, I learned that from Rusty. But I don't know, there's just been one delay after another with this thing. It makes me wonder if I've bitten off more than I can chew.
Liza, how on earth do you expect to reach for the stars if you don't stretch yourself a little bit?
Rusty always used to say that.
Yeah, well, it runs in the family.
Martin, this plane means so much to me, you know. It's been the only thing that's kept me going.
You'll see it through.
Well, I wish I had your confidence. I just... Sometimes it seems like I'm fighting a losing battle.
Oh, now, just because a little 7 has been changed to a 9, now, I've come back from a lot worse odds than that.
But it's almost as if someone deliberately wants me to fail at this. I know.
I thought you said there were a lot of people rallying around that were going to help you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Well, sometimes I get overwhelmed, you know. Better get going. I mean, the meeting's going to start at 10 o'clock. I just have to avoid wing specks, right?
Well, I wish there was something I could do to help you.
Well, actually, there is. You know, Kate's not coming in today. And Granddad is up with TR helping her work on her social studies report. So, be a good uncle.
But now, that's not exactly what I had in mind, Liza.
Tell your namesake all about the old South. Oh, it's all right, sweetheart. Uncle Martin loves you. You are.
But, now, wait, Liza, wait a second now.
Bye-bye.
Liza?
What she got and got a lot of, lots of hair from Prell. Lots of fullness, lots of thickness, lots of hair from Prell. Goodbye limp, goodbye flat, got lots of this and lots of that. Got lots of hair from Prell.
A little Prell leaves you looking like you got lots of rich, lots of thick, lots of full.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Get the hair that's got a lot of, get lots of hair from Prell.
Patty, didn't hear you.
I know.
My dress.
Just washed it.
If only it smelled, you know.
April fresh.
If only you hadn't changed from Downy to that other liquid softener.
Only Downy gets clothes April fresh. Nothing softens better, and static cling almost disappears.
Mom, this feels so, you know, soft. Yeah. And smells so, you know.
Fresh. More than fresh. April fresh.
I know.
Downy, regular and new triple concentrated.
Honey, hand me that can of Crisco over there. Which can, Mama? The butter flavor. How do you know when to use it and when to use regular Crisco? Easy, Cece. Say you're making a shrimp and vegetable stir-fry. The recipe says margarine, but I use butter-flavored Crisco instead. Because butter-flavored Crisco gives anything I cook more buttery taste than margarine. It's made just for cooking. Margarine isn't. Any recipe says margarine, use butter-flavored Crisco instead for more buttery taste.
Grease, ugh. Look at that grime. Oops, whoops. It's gotta be the time to put on a Windex Shine. Wipe off the grease and cheer up. Put on a Windex Shine.
Look, this greasy window's dipped in Windex. Only Windex has a grease-cutting formula with ammonia D that cuts through grease better than other leading glass cleaners, even before wiping.
Spray sunshine all over the place and put on a Windex Shine.
Excuse me, Liza. Hogan wants to know if he can ask some questions before the demonstration.
Well, you know, we scheduled a question and answer period after it's over.
Well, I thought that some background information would be interesting to the readers of the Herald.
Fire away.
See, what stage was the prototype in?
Your secretary says that the government officials have arrived.
Oh, thanks. I'm sorry, Hogan. I simply can't keep them waiting. Look, I'll try and answer all your questions after the tour is over. Why don't you take a seat?
Hi. Is TR here?
Yes, come in. She's upstairs finishing up some homework.
Well, I knew she only had a half a day of school today, so I thought I'd give her a ride on my motorcycle.
Oh, I bet she'd love that.
Yeah?
She'll probably be right down.
Hey, he's a kitty.
He is, isn't he?
Hi. You say goodbye to Alec?
Why? Is he going somewhere?
The Caribbean, sailing.
When?
Well, this morning.
Has he left yet?
No, he was still home. when I
Here,
said-
tell Tiara that I'll
Whoa,
see her
hey,
later.
wait a minute. I don't know what to do with
Sing
it.
him a song or something.
Sing him a song, huh? Okay. I'll sing you a song. You want to... Whoa. Yeah. You want to hear a golden oldie? Let's see. Come on, a golden oldie. À quelquefois la vie orgueille tous les jours. Elle est triste quelquefois, mais une... Quand tu aimes quelqu'un qui t'aime tous les jours, tu verras du bonheur. Il faut t'en rappeler. How do you know that?
How do you?
It was sung to Alec and me when we were kids. Who taught it to you?
I don't know.
We discovered the traditionally hinged flap actually increased turbulence and drag. Therefore, we devised a combination of slots and flaps, and this seemed to work best. An added refinement to that became a slotted flap, which smoothed out the airflow.
Why didn't you go with the split flaps?
After testing, we realized it greatly decreased lift and increased drag.
Will we be able to view these tests?
Oh, yes, as soon as we get to the hangar.
Mrs. Sintel, what precautions have been taken against icing?
Hot air from the engine exhaust heaters is ducted along the metal leading edges and discharged at the wingtips.
Thank you, Colonel Bluebird. That was most succinct. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Colonel, we don't want to keep you from your other duties.
Well, I'm always glad to be of service.
Can you tell us what stage the prototype's in now?
Yes, we are near completion of the construction.
Have you begun testing?
Only on the ground.
What about flight testing?
We'll move into the flight phases with a computerized program beginning with ground taxi tests.
Can you give us any further information on the actual specifics of the wing? The material used, dimension, that sort of thing?
No, actually, that's classified information, but that'll be released just as soon as we start flight testing.
Do you anticipate any changes in the design?
Our research has been so thorough that we are confident that the tests will not indicate any major design changes.
Have you chosen a test pilot?
No, but it will be someone who is not only an excellent pilot, but a top engineer as well.
So if there are no more questions, all right, I think we'll adjourn to the lab. Dr. McHugh is going to give you a demonstration of the fuel my husband invented for the prototype. This way, please.
Thank you. There we go. Oh, there you go.
Develop only has one P.
Thanks.
It's a miracle you became a writer. You always were a lousy speller.
Well, so was F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Maybe there's hope for you after all. But you shouldn't be afraid to ask for help.
That's why they make dictionaries.
What was Kentucky doing here?
I have no idea. I told him that he wasn't invited, but I guess he just decided he'd show up anyway. He seems to think that he has free rein to go wherever he pleases.
Oh, Sally, what happened?
Oh, strained my back.
I know what'll help. Doan's pills.
Good advice. Doan's pills for simple muscular backache pain due to overexertion, stress, or strain.
Doan's pills contain magnesium salicylate, a painkiller found in no other leading analgesic, for relief of minor muscular backache pain for hours.
Just drop by to see how your back feels.
Good enough to fold sheets, thanks to taking Doan's pills.
Doan's pills. Use only as directed.
If the skin under your arms is as sensitive as mine, I've got terrific news for you. Almay's just come out with the hypoallergenic antiperspirant. Like everything Almay makes, it's designed to help avoid itching, burning, and irritation. Does it help keep you dry? Of course. New Almay antiperspirant. It's hypoallergenic, 100% fragrance-free. If you've got sensitive skin, you know what that means.
Almay antiperspirant, because everyone can have sensitive skin.
Mommy beat Daddy.
I quit.
Hey, Vaughn, how do you do it? Isn't easy.
After Morgan was born, my doctor told me I had iron poor blood. Now I protect myself, eat right, and take Geritol. It's great protection against iron poor blood.
Mom, can a douche help you feel more confident? Massengill can, because when you feel fresh, you are more confident. And only Massengill has this special design. It's easy to feel confident with Massengill freshness. Massengill freshness made easy.
The minds of Reagan and Chernyenko. They share an awesome responsibility, our future. What motivates the two most powerful men in the world? Tonight on NBC Nightly News.
I can't believe you're going to eat that whole thing.
Oh, you should talk. And Dare says you're the only customer of Biggs who can eat a whole triple-decker sandwich and then order another one.
Well, I've had a lot of practice. Alec and I used to have pig-out contests when we were kids.
Oh, yeah? Who won?
Well, I would win if it was about corn on the cob, and Alec when it was about pancakes. He's a bottomless pit.
You're so funny. Chase, what's going to happen to the TV show now that Alec's going away?
I don't know. I really wanted that for him. He'd be a terrific host on that show.
Well, why don't you talk him into it?
I tried. I can't force him. I'll just have to wait and hope he changes his mind.
I hope so, too. Well, for you. I know that show's going to be a big hit.
Yeah? What makes you think so?
Well, I was talking to some of the kids at school, and they really like the idea.
Yeah?
Yeah, and there's this one guy, Steve Watson, who thinks that the whole school's going to want to come.
That is music to my ears. I need all the audience I can get.
How about me?
Well, of course, you. We can't do the show without Zorano's assistance.
Come in. What'd you forget this time? More brotherly words of... Just in time for a concert.
That's a pretty song. Did you write it?
Words and music.
I can tell. Sounds like you.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure of the fair maiden's visit?
I heard... Chase told me that you were leaving. And I wanted to come...
Beg me not to go, right? No, I didn't think so. I can tell by your face. Then what, my lovely?
You're gonna be alone on the boat?
Ah, so that's it. I'm crazy enough to crash my father's car, crazy enough to go skydiving, and who knows what I might be up to on the high seas.
Well, you won't take any chances, will you?
I've learned my lesson. Nope, I'll mind my own business, even when the Jolly Roger comes sailing over the horizon.
Pirates in the Caribbean.
Yeah. They say there's still lots of them around the islands. That's okay. I'll swing down the mast like Captain Blood. I'll send those rum-soaked navies to the death in the briny sea.
I think you've seen too many Errol Flynn movies.
Ah, to clash swords with the great Seahawk himself.
Alec, please don't do anything crazy.
Why should you care?
I don't want anything to happen to you.
Don't worry. No more daredevil acts for me. It is what you came to hear, isn't it? Look, it's getting late. I think I've got to get to the airport soon.
Okay.
Thanks for coming by, though.
Alec, I wanted to say...
What?
Well, I'll miss you.
Meet Mr. Jones, our stockbroker. Mr. Jones is in a depression because he's wearing one of those saggy diapers that leak. Well, sir, take stock in Huggies. Huggies diapers are form-fitting, and they're thick and absorbent with soft, gentle elastic at the leg. So Huggies hug to help stop leaking and help keep babies happy. Now our stockbroker's wearing Huggies, and happy days are here again. Right, Mr. Jones?
Airwick asked a panel of expert noses which is better, Carpet Fresh or Arm & Hammer, at eliminating pet odors,
Carpet Fresh.
smoking odors,
Carpet Fresh.
musty odors.
Carpet Fresh.
Preferred by expert noses in 93% of the tests.
Carpet Fresh.
Big odors lurk in small places.
Stick it to us, the stick-ups.
Big odors linger in small places.
Stick it to us, the stick-ups.
Stick-Ups concentrated air fresheners solve big odor problems in small places.
Stick it to us.
So in summing up, it's safe to say that Travis Centel's search for a cheap fuel capable of generating high degrees of energy ended in his discovery of this remarkable mixture, fuselene. In and of themselves, these are far benign chemicals, but when they are mixed together, they become a fuel of high combustibility and long-range sustenance.
Thank you, Dr. McHugh. Are there any other questions? All right, in that case, why don't we move on to the hangar so we can all see the prototype?
All right.
This way.
Dr. McHugh, it was an extremely concise explanation of a very difficult subject.
Well, I once had a professor that said that since science was the stuff of our lives, there's no reason that a child cannot fathom its depths.
You know, but I believe you have a special gift of making it clear, which is all the more reason why I think you ought to accompany Mrs. Centel on the rest of the tour.
Well, she didn't say anything about it.
I know that, but she would deeply appreciate your help in answering questions that the representatives might have.
Well, I actually have some more work to do here.
I think it would be a big help. You don't want to leave her stranded, do you?
No, of course not. I guess I can come back to this.
Sure. I'll be with you in a moment.
Oh, I'm glad you're finally making some friends at school.
Yeah, I was kind of worried at first.
Yeah, piece of cake now, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Everyone's been pretty nice.
Yeah.
At least the boys are.
Ooh, I bet they are. Wish life was as simple as when I was back in high school.
What, are you worried about the demo?
Yeah, but don't tell anybody.
Why? The great Serrano's not allowed to be scared?
You got it.
Look, Chase, I want you to take this. It's my lucky ring. It really works.
I can't take your ring.
No, it'll be a loan until you get what you want.
No.
Look, I only give it to the people I really care about. So please, take it.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. Miss, this is a restricted area.
Oh, it's all right. I'm on the tour with Mrs. Centella. I left my glasses in the lab.
May I see your pass, please?
If I can just run in there and get them, I can get back to the hangar in time for the demonstration.
Okay. Dr. Wenzel?
Thank you.
Tonight is the craziest comedy trio since the Three Stooges with Harvey Korman, Milton Berle, and Danny Thomas. They'll crack you up in the Cracker Brothers.
I'm Suzette Charles. Join me for the glamour and tradition when our country's best compete to see who will be chosen, the new Miss America. Let's all be there, Saturday.
Are you into older men all of a sudden?
No. I just don't want to dance anymore. Do you mind?
Are you mad at me? Did I say something?
No.
What then?
It's nothing.
The burning question by the hot rockin' Tina Turner. What has love got to do with it? I know you're all asking yourselves, who is bringing us this musical extravaganza? Am I right? Well, we've got to let the folks in at home in on the secret anyway. We'll be right back.
And we're out.
Just bring me my brother, will you?
Hey, Chase, it's fantastic. You did it.
Thanks.
He's right. It's really terrific.
I'm glad you're having a good time. I really am.
Hey, Chase, when can we talk?
I'll be right back, I promise. Not now. Not now. I'll be back.
Chase.
I don't suppose you've heard from your son, have you? What is it? What happened? Has something happened to Alec? Tell me!
Chase, don't.
Why don't you talk to me? What's the matter with you? Talk!
There's been an accident. Victoria? Victoria.
She's beautiful.
Why, thank you.
Oh, Rosie, I got my baby's first pictures. Look.
Oh, cute. The baby's first spill.
Quick, Rosie, my pictures.
Relax. Bounty's so fast it gets spilled before they get away.
That was fast.
Bounty's the quicker picker-upper. Take a look. See how much faster Bounty soaks up liquid? The other child pushes it along and lets it get away.
Bounty is quicker.
And it's tough. Look. Now, even with cleanser, you can scrub with Bounty.
That's one tough towel.
Mm-hmm. And this is one beautiful baby. She must take after her father. Bounty's the quicker picker-upper. Gets spills before they get away.
Oh,
It's over. You're all right.
But I have to make
no, you
sure.
don't. You're in the hospital. Just lie down. Everything's gonna be fine.
It was everywhere. Like it was the day that my parents died. I was little. I was so scared I couldn't move.
I know. Cord told me.
My mother and father, I kept hearing them call me. My whole life was on fire.
Well, it's over now. You're safe.
You found me. You were there protecting me. Stayed with me the whole time.
You knew I was here?
I heard every word you said. Oh, Hogan, I love you
The
too.
doctor said that it would be good if someone talked to you. Cord had to leave town. I told him that I would stay until he returned.
I've been telling people for years that unconscious patients do here. I knew that from my own personal experience. Cord's love brought me back once before. This time it was yours.
Victoria,
Don't deny it. I heard you. You told me you loved me. You can't hide it any longer.
What I said was past tense. I cared for you once, a long time ago.
You still do.
I was only trying to help a friend.
You thought if you told me you loved me, that I'd try to come back to you. You were right. That's all I needed to hear. Doesn't that mean something?
I'll always care for you. I cherish those moments that we shared. Again, past tense.
We can have so much more than we did in Africa. As soon as you let me explain what happened, clear the air once and for all. I know you're afraid. You think I'll walk out on you
Can we
again?
just drop it?
I will never leave you again, never. Once you know why I left the first time, you'll see.
Look, I don't want to hear it.
But you have to.
No, I don't. Now, let's just... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to raise my voice.
Is it Sonny? Is she the reason? I don't care what attachments you made while I was gone.
Look,
I only care about us.
I don't want to upset you at a time like this. So I suggest we just don't discuss it.
We can put it off if you like, but it isn't going to go away. If I sound heartless, it's because I care about us. So do you, or you wouldn't be here. It didn't disappear. We both knew that the minute we saw each other again. We have to settle what's happened. Put it to rest. We owe it to ourselves.
But we don't owe each other anything.
I understand you're hurt, but it's not too late. You may have convinced yourself that it's not safe to care about me, that you can't care about me, but I know better. I see what's inside of you. You love me. That's why I stayed in Henderson.
I better go.
You can't run away from us forever. One of these days, if I'm lucky, the tables will be turned. You'll be my captive audience. And when that day comes, you'll have to listen to what I have to say. You love me, Hogan McCleary.
You've got it, America. New Sure Roll-On keeps you drier than ever.
Raise your hand. You got it. Raise your hand. You know it. You feel confident, secure.
If you don't want the sticky feeling of most roll-ons, if you want to feel dry, raise your hand. If you don't want wet, if you want to feel dry, drier than ever, raise your hand.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand. If you're sure.
Feel drier than ever with new Sure Roll-On.
Quick! Name a difficult cleaning job where you'd use Top Job.
This greasy wall.
Good choice. But greasy dirt gets all over. How about floors?
My no-wax floors?
Yep, and cabinets, and
countertops and appliances?
Right again.
That's practically all over.
Sure. In fact, on the toughest baked-on greasy dirt like on this range hood, Top Job by the bucket cleans better than the leading lemon cleaners and ammonia.
But if Top Job cleans so many things so well...
Yes?
Why not call it Top Jobs?
My wife, Susie, works with some beautiful women. But for beautiful skin, no one beats my Susie. And that's why I wrote Ivory about her.
I do get compliments on my skin, even from my models. So when one of them asks me what I use, I tell them Ivory. Ivory's not made with a lot of additives. It cleans gently, naturally. Good food and exercise are important too, but Ivory's a basic.
Healthy-looking skin. Ivory can help you have it too.
When someone asks me, I tell them Ivory.
To lose weight, you have to control your appetite, and nothing works harder than extra-strength Dexatrim.
With Dexatrim, I didn't snack between meals, and I lost weight.
The extra-strength Dexatrim diet plan. You can't buy a stronger appetite control capsule without prescription. Dexatrim helps you eat less all day and lose weight.
Dexatrim made the difference for me. I ate less all day and lost weight.
Extra-strength Dexatrim. No appetite control capsule works harder to help you lose weight.
There's more to Colonel Kentucky Bluebird than meets the eye.
Well, maybe it's time to bring in some outside help.
The authorities? I can't, Martin, not yet. I'm only going on my instinct, and I can't jeopardize a man's reputation his whole career just because of, what, my intuition? I need concrete proof. And you know what? I really hope he proves me wrong.
Yeah, why don't you just leave it for a while and come over here and play a few games of chess with me? Line up all your ducks in a row.
What?
Chess.
Oh.
Good for the mind process. Clears the cobwebs out.
I have to find a way to make Kentucky talk to me.
That's what I'm saying. Get your mind off the immediate problem. No, there's more than one way to skin a bluebird.
Yeah, well, I wish you'd help me find one.
Well, maybe I will at that.
Do something with this with you, just in case. Kentucky!
Chantel, I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, come on in. What are you doing with Bomber?
Oh, he was down by the stables, and he's starting to get some big ideas, so I thought I'd just,
Yes, you were saying?
You have the most sensational hazel eyes. That's it. Hazel. That's what we'll name her. Hazel the bird.
Hazel the bird.
And Bomber the kitten. How's that strike you?
Hazel the bird.
Yeah, a little fella I found. Wings are clipped. Must have strayed from its owners. I was wondering if you had a bird cage I could use till I had time to put an ad in the paper for its owners, you know? Because little Bomber here is starting to think of Hazel as filet on the wing.
Yeah, well, I'll, come here, Bomber. I'll ask Jimmy if he has something.
Evening.
Mr. Turner? Cold?
Just a little cat allergy.
Oh, you ought to try vitamins. Help some people.
Liza, why don't you take Bomber on out to the greenhouse? He'll probably be right at home there. Make him think he's outside, especially if he's in need.
Yeah, right. He won't upset your allergies. Why don't you show Kentucky in? Maybe he plays chess. He has so many talents. Jimmy?
Well, hey there, fella.
Do you?
How's that?
Play chess.
Well, is that the one with the knights and the casseroles? Yeah, it seemed to me I recall trying that once or twice. Hey, buddy.
You have any children of your own?
Well, you know, kids are great, especially at his age. Do you have any little ones yourself, Mr. Turner?
Me? No. No, not little ones, I don't. I like to keep things loose. It's hard to do that with small children.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't help but notice your proclivity with animals, too. You always had that?
What is allergy of yours? Is it with just cats or is it with all animals?
Oh, just fur.
Well,
hey there. Come here, come here. You like these little flyers here, Turner? Look at this. Look at that.
I left Bomber in the kitchen with Jimmy. He's fixing her some supper.
Oh, well, that's awfully nice of you.
Well, what do you say? How about a little chess game?
Well, actually, you'd be doing me a favor.
I would.
Sweetheart. I promised Martin I'd play a game of chess, but actually I have a pile of work to catch up on.
Well, in that case, let's give it a shot.
What part of Kentucky you from?
Well, who said I was from Kentucky?
What kind of an accident? Is Alec all right?
Chase.
Tell me, what happened?
I don't have any details at all.
You must know something. Who told you? How did you find out?
Coast Guard, they called. The boat was found 90 miles off course, empty.
There's nobody on board? I don't understand. What about the crew?
Chase, I told you what I know.
No.
Nobody was on board. It was empty. There was no crew, there was no Alec, there was no body.
But that doesn't make any sense. Unless there was some kind of a storm. Did the boat capsize?
No, the weather was calm.
Then what happened?
Lower your voice. There were people starting to stare at us.
I don't give a damn who is starting to stare at us.
Chase, I don't know. At this point, there's nothing else I can say. The Coast Guard told me that they found the boat. Everything on it was intact. Every body on it was missing.
Did they send out a distress signal?
No, there was no distress signal.
But people just don't vanish. Where are they?
If I work this hard getting my outside fit, it makes sense to keep my inside fit, too. So I help eat myself fit on the inside with Kellogg's Bran Flakes. They're loaded with fiber. That helps keep my inside running smooth. And Kellogg's Bran Flakes really taste good. No wonder they're America's favorite bran flake. So, you take care of the outside, and Kellogg's Bran Flakes will help take care of the inside. Not a bad deal, huh?
Introducing Rainbow Bright for your little girls.
Somewhere over the rainbow, Rainbow Bright, you're so beautiful. Way up high, you got every color of the rainbow. There's a friend that I dream about. I always want you with me. Rainbow Bright, I love you, Rainbow Bright.
Rainbow Bright can bring your little girl the happiness of the rainbow from Mattel.
I love men who eat chunky chicken soup with a fork.
Fork?
It's so manly.
Yeah, man.
Chunky's filled with chunks of chicken and noodles. You'd have to call it a meal.
Meal?
Of course, a spoon is so right for soup. But what I really love is decisiveness.
I always use both. Chunky's a soup that eats like a meal.
Campbell's Chunky Chicken Noodle, the soup that eats like a meal.
Coffee or tea?
Both.
Tomorrow on the Remington Steel season premiere, someone on the French Riviera has it in for steel. But if he survives this affair, he's got another one to explain to Laura. Tomorrow.
Y'all move. How long were you in the service? What was it, Lieutenant Colonel?
Have you ever been in the service, Mr. Turner?
Do you know what an excruciating habit that is?
Which one is that?
That one. Every time I ask you a question, you answer it with another question.
Oh, I'm sorry, but isn't that how you keep a conversation going?
Not if you never answer the questions, it isn't.
Well, now you got me there, because how can I continue the conversation unless you tell me which question you want answered first?
How long were you in the service?
Why do you ask? Oh, I'm sorry.
You're awful young, aren't you, to attain the rank of Lieutenant Colonel?
Well, that's why I asked you if you ever been in the service.
Your move.
See, now, if you'd ever been in the service, you'd know that getting promoted is just a question of attitude.
Is that so?
Absolutely. Take the way you and I are playing this game of chess, for example. Now, you studying there very carefully, very intense, tells me the kind of fellow you are. Careful, cautious. kind of fella likes to figure the angles, am I right?
Perhaps.
Now, me, on the other hand, I'm the kind of man doesn't like to leave any doubt in a person's mind who to come to when they got a job needs doing, no matter how hot it gets. Doesn't mean I'm necessarily reckless, just quick, sure of myself. You catching a chill there, Mrs. Centel?
No.
Well, maybe I should light a fire. What do you think? Looks like everything's ready over here.
No. Don't bother.
Well, it's no trouble.
Your move.
All ready? Oh, don't tell me I went and spooked you with all that talk. You haven't gone and done something you're going to regret, have you?
Wouldn't want to make a wager on that now, would you?
Oh, that's right. You're a gambling man. I forgot about that. How much did you have in mind?
Well, now, I thought you weren't a gambler.
Only among friends.
Well, then let's just say $100.
Well, as long as Mrs. Centel doesn't object. Because
No. Go right ahead. You're both adults.
$100, huh?
Too steep? We can make it lower if you'd like. Or have I misread you completely and you'd like to up the ante?
Oh, no. No, $100 sounds just fine for a man who doesn't gamble. You're on. Oh, very nice indeed. Is that the competition? Very impressive list of test pilots here.
Your move.
Oh, no, now, this isn't fair.
What do you mean by that?
I'm going to make you play right out of your game.
Now, look, if all this chat is meant to rattle me, just save it. Go ahead and make your move.
Well, what's that word you use when it's all over?
Checkmate.
Our first house.
Ready for our first meal?
I'll find the silverware. You'll find the kitchen.
Dinner classics from Armour. They're not ordinary frozen dinners. They're elegant meals like boneless beef short ribs with parsleyed potatoes and crisp green beans.
William, see if you can find the good silver.
Good silver?
Dinner classics. So good, they belong in the dining room.
So, this is gonna be the dining room.
Leave your hands. I feel the magic of your loving touch. Leave your hands. I feel the magic that I love so much. Discover what European women have known for years. The magic of Nivea Moisture for hands and body. Let your skin drink it in. Feel the magic. Nivea hands. Feel the magic.
30 seconds, Chase. Your last song's all cued and ready to go. We're back on the air in 25 seconds.
Chase, you've got to go back over there. Look, there's only 5 minutes more, Chase.
I can't.
No, you've got to.
Please. Chase for Alec.
I can't.
Yes, you can. You do it for Alec. You do it for yourself. You get up there, and you put everything else out of your mind, and you do it.
But Daddy, I can't do it.
And do it for me.
10 seconds, Chase. And 5, 4, 3, 2.
We're back.
All right. Get ready to go to commercial.
Before we wind up the show, I'd like to thank you all for being with us for our debut performance of Channel 6's very own Knights of the Turntable. I'm sorry to say my brother Alec couldn't be with us tonight, but I want you to be sure to tune in next Friday night when the host will be Alec Kendall. In the meantime, while signing off, I'd like to play a song for you that Alec wrote for a lovely young lady he thinks is very special indeed. We're lucky enough to have her in the studio audience with us tonight. Alec wanted to sing this song to you himself in person. But until he has that chance, let's all give a listen to Alec Kendall singing Knight in Shining Armor.
There'll be a time again. Well, I know it deep inside. Roads across the great plains they'll ride on rhinestone horses. They'll chase away the night and leave us innocent again. Not ashamed to see the lights. I said, darling, but well, I know there'll be a day when nights in shining armor ride across the waves, and young hearts won't be afraid. And I love you will mean to stay. And I love you will mean to stay. I wanna be your knight in shining armor. I wanna be there to hold you in my arms. I wanna be your knight in shining armor to keep you safe from harm. There'll be a time again. Well, I know it deep inside.
Sooner or later, our work here will come to an end.
That doesn't mean that we have to end. Victoria, I love you.
Oh, Logan. I love you so much.
But what?
You're right. We must never let anything come between us. Ever.
Come on, Sonny, answer it. I know you're there.
Been alone with you inside my mind, and in my dreams I've kissed your lips 1,000 times. I sometimes see you pass outside my door. Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile. You're all I've ever wanted, and my arms are open wide. 'Cause you know just what to say, and you know just what to do. And I want to tell you so much. I love you. The guilty will be tried for crimes against the heart. They'll have to pay. And I love you will mean to stay. And I love you will mean to stay. I wanna be the light shining on.
Thank you for being with us tonight. We hope you had a good time. We sure did. And I want to remind you to tune in again next Friday night to Channel 6's very own Knights of the Turntable, when your host will be Alec Kendall. Good night. Where's my dad?
He's in the office making phone calls. Chase, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Chase, that was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. You did it.
Thanks, Wendy.
Hey. That was great. Hi. That was great, wasn't it?
What about Chase?
Where's he going?
I know.
He had some things to take care of in the office. He'll be back soon.
Will you wait for me?
Where are you going?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Well, we'll discuss it later. Right. Yeah, we can talk about it then. Listen, I gotta go. There's somebody at the door. Right, I'll see you then. Bye.
I've reached a decision about us.
And I assure you, Highness, this is the best suite in the hotel. The best furnishings, the best view, but not the best bathroom tissue. Bathroom tissue? But that's the leading brand. But White Cloud's better in 3 important ways. Allow me. White Cloud's the fullest brand you can buy. And you can see, it's eminently the most absorbent. And when it comes to softness, it feels softer, too. White Cloud immediately. Oh, I just love being princess. Fuller, softer, more absorbent, all rolled into one. White Cloud.
When arthritis pain says you can't, remarkable micrograins of arthritis medicine let you say,
I can.
Introducing Encaprin, a better way to treat arthritis pain than plain or buffered aspirin. Because its hundreds of aspirin micrograins deliver unsurpassed relief to minor arthritis pain in a way that's safer for your stomach than even buffered aspirin. When arthritis says you can't, new Encaprin lets you say,
I can.
Encaprin micrograins are made to pass through your stomach without dissolving, so they're safer than plain or buffered aspirin. And when they leave your stomach, they provide hours of relief to minor arthritis pain in your shoulder, your hand, wherever you hurt. When arthritis says you can't, new Encaprin lets you say,
I can.
remember, Encaprin says you can.
I think that's about as close to checkmate as you're ever going to get. How much do we say, $100?
I believe so. I don't think I have that much cash on me.
You haven't? We're planning on losing, I take it.
I'll write you a check.
Well, I'll tell you, I prefer cash if you don't mind, less wear and tear on the schedule.
I'll take your check, Martin. That is, of course, if Kentucky doesn't mind waiting for his money until tomorrow morning.
Oh, no, tomorrow morning will be just fine.
Thank you very much, Liza. Now, if you two will excuse me, I've had just about enough for one evening.
All right, thanks for the game.
On the contrary, thank you.
Yeah, going up to chart my moves, figure out what I did in the game?
How'd you guess?
Well, you're a very good player. I figured you'd like to study the game.
Games are a lot like life. You never learn a thing from winning.
Oh, yeah, I noticed that, but it sure is a lot more fun, don't you think?
Good night, Colonel Bluebird.
Good night.
Liza.
Martin?
Oh, Mr. Turner, I think it might be the little fella's bedtime now, too. Don't you think you better take him up there and get a little shut-eye?
I'll come up and tuck him in as soon as I say good night to Mr. Bluebird.
Funny thing about people from the South, the way they sidewind you with all that charm instead of coming out and saying exactly what's on their mind.
I prefer the direct approach. Good night, Kentucky.
I see, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
It's getting late.
Oh, 8 o'clock's only the shank of the evening.
Well, I have to rescue Martin. He's not comfortable handling small children.
Yeah, I noticed that. Seemed like a nice man like him would be good with sweet things. Like children, small animals.
He knows how. He's just uncomfortable doing it.
You know, sweet things are very special. They need a lot of attention, cuddling, warm, soothing talk. Need to be held close every now and then, so it feels safe, secure, wanted.
Turner gets plenty of that. Don't worry about Turner.
Well, you know, I was just about to say that you look like you're right on the verge of being ready to do a little frogging. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
Frogging?
Yeah, frogging. You know, go down to the creek, catch us some frogs. Frog legs, you're a connoisseur. Put your jacket on, get us a net. We'll catch tomorrow night's dinner. What do you think? What?
Oh, I've heard it called a lot of things, but never frogging.
Oh, you got me there, didn't you? Well, I had you going for a minute, didn't I?
Good night, Kentucky. Aren't you forgetting something?
Maybe I am at that. What do you have in mind?
Hazel, the bird.
Hazel the bird. Oh, well, no, I tell you, I'm gonna let you keep Hazel the bird, because I got the bunny, you know. So I'll take the next one.
Next one?
Yeah. You know, this is a very beautiful instrument you've got. Anybody ever play this thing? Oh. Well, that's strange. Well, it looks like you got a messy housekeeper here.
Why can't you continue the search? Of course, I understand that it is dark out. Don't your helicopters and boats have searchlights? Why can't... When are you going to resume? I see. Well, thank you very much. You have been more than cooperative.
Sounds like someone gave you a royal runaround.
We have a life and death situation here, and they have signed a dried-up, sterile, incompetent bureaucrat to be in charge of this effort. Well, I'm going to get down to myself.
Well, no, you don't. Not like this.
What are you talking about? I have to organize a rescue team. Don't you understand your brother might be washed up on shore someday, lying there hurt?
I agree with you totally, Dad, but...
But what?
Don't bite my head off. Come on, I care as much about Alec as you do. Whatever course of action we decide to take, it has to be as thought out as possible.
Oh, thank you so very much. When have you become so responsible all of a sudden?
Look, first of all, we should get as much done here before we leave as we can.
Well, then we obviously can't leave a bureaucrat in charge. Don't you understand your brother might be dying?
Listen to me, Dad. I'm well aware of that.
Get out of my way.
Not until you calm down.
Look, I have already lost one child. I do not intend to lose another because some desk jockey won't spend enough money to put forth a decent rescue effort.
Dad, I agree with you, but you can't lose your head. That desk jockey down there couldn't care less about Alec. We've got to get him interested, and that won't happen if you come off full of hostility.
I'm going to stand here and argue with you, Chase. I'm not going to do that. I have to catch a plane. I have to get down to the Bahamas. I have to organize a rescue team. If I have to, I will go out in the ocean all by myself alone and look for that boy.
Exactly the kind of half-baked thing
I'm not going to lose another child. I'm not going to do that.
I can't. Dad. Alec's a tough kid. He can take care of himself. This isn't like Becca.
Becca, come on, will ya? I can't wait all day.
Chase, how many times must I tell you your sister's name is Rebecca? Rebecca, not Becca.
Love's proudly announces refastenable tapes.
You fasten and refasten in just one step.
It's Love's new one-step refastenable tapes.
It's the one-step tape that refastens great.
Just peel back slowly and refasten.
Here and there, anywhere.
So don't be left behind. Get Love's new one-step refastenable tapes.
It's a one-step, one-step, one-step tape with one-step tapes. Love's are great.
A decision about us. What is it?
I've decided that we can't go on the way we have been. There are too many things coming between us. We've even let our personal problems get in the way of our work.
When did we do that?
All right, maybe you haven't, but I have. My desire to interview Victoria, for instance, wasn't exactly out of purely professional curiosity.
Well, that was weeks ago. You've been thinking about it all this time, letting it fester? That's not like you.
The point is, I allowed my private life to dictate my professional behavior.
No, there's something else going on here. Now, what is it?
Well, what difference does it make? I'm going to ask Lloyd to break up the team, dissolve the partnership. There'll be no more shared bylines.
You're going to what?
And as far as I can see, there's nothing more to say about it.
Sonny. Now, look at me. I think there's a lot more to say. You wouldn't reach a decision like this lightly.
So?
So I want to know why you made it.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Now, tell me.
I went to the hospital this morning to visit Victoria. I found you there. I heard everything you said.
Oh. And you stayed?
Yes. I didn't do it intentionally, but maybe it was for the best.
Sonny, I don't think that you understand what you heard.
You still love her. I understood that. We both knew that you did. At least now you finally admitted it.
Look, she was catatonic. I've done anything to get her out of it.
I was there. I heard you pouring out.
So you decided to split us up, just like that, huh?
We need a cooling off period. Or at least one of us does. I can't handle this anymore.
You know, if you were listening so closely, you must have heard me say that I cared for her back then, years ago.
That's not what you said.
I wish everyone would stop telling me what I said and what I think and start listening to me for a change.
Why don't you listen to yourself? Do you think I like this? Do you think I enjoyed hearing you say those things? You have a problem. And if you don't face it soon, you're going to destroy everything we ever meant to each other. I didn't come here to confront you.
No, you came here to keep it all to yourself.
Or to start an argument.
Then why don't you just tell me what good you think it's going to do to split us up?
It's the only way I can cope with this. I need time alone so I can think. Being around you all the time, day in and day out, watching you. I need to think.
You know, when you came in here, I was on the phone. I was trying to make a decision of my own, but I guess you've made it for me. I'm leaving town.
Where are you going?
California. I was talking to Mildred Lasco. I asked her to see what she could do about getting me a job as a writer for the screenplay of Hollow Victory.
And what'd she say?
She said that it would clinch the sale.
Then you must have told her that you really are Claudia Farthingdale.
No, I'll let her hang on to that handle. I think that's the last thing that I need in my life.
Well, that must have made her day.
Well, maybe if I write it, just maybe, you'll be able to realize that I put it to rest.
Maybe.
Sonny, don't cancel our byline. I'm gonna need it when I get back. We'll just say that I'm on a leave of absence.
If you come back.
I don't plan on being seduced by Hollywood, if that's what you mean.
Well, no one ever does.
Sonny, what we have is too important. Too good to lose it. Keep the partner desk warm. It'll all be different when I get back. It will.
Sugar. My kids eat too much sugar.
I'm in the same boat.
Well, if less sugar is what you want, just switch from your peanut butter to nutritious Skippy. Oh, Annette, there's no difference in peanut butters. Sure is. No peanut butter is better for kids than nutritious Skippy. And of all the leading national brands, only Creamy Skippy has half the added sugars.
Half the added sugars? That's great.
Tastes great, too, Mom. Yeah.
For good nutrition, no peanut butter's better.
Then Skippy.
Right, Skipper.
Now, that's a strange thing to find inside the piano. Who's the housekeeper on the premises?
Jimmy. I can't imagine what that is doing there. I'll have to ask Jimmy.
Yeah, I can't either. Why do you suppose he'd take a burnt match, stick it in a plastic bag, and put it inside the piano?
I don't know. I'll speak to him about this. TR?
Whatever.
Honey, what is it? What's wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll find the exit myself.
Good night. Darling, what? What? Come here. What is it?
He's
What?
missing. He could be dead.
What, darling, what?